You've been eating crow all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the shack. Smoke me out there with that dang shit on my left. Blue?
Oh shit, it is me, huh? So, Old Ninja and Stitch isn't here because we're still family girl over Captain Marvel.
On my far right, engineer on the ones and twos, talk people out on 3 Sports Chronos.
I guess me and Prodigy got some explaining to do.
I got big explaining to do. Big explaining.
Me too.
You late, mofo. We don't start the show.
You backpedaling?
I ain't backpedaling for shit. We have a rhythm to this show, goddamn. We acknowledge people in the chat first, motherfucker. Already gloating with your punk ass.
You
Salty.
should talk.
All right, host. Listener of the week.
First
in
in the chat will be Warrior Fella. Thank you once again for joining us. We really appreciate it. And listener of the week would be Jay Beckert. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. I see a whole bunch of new names on here.
All right.
Picking up some
They are here for the roast of Cthulhu's Prodigy.
This motherfucker.
It's gonna be calamari all fucking night.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't talk.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, we got words. We got words. Want you?
Oh, yeah.
Are you prepared, Old Ninja, to at least
Got your notes?
give us the honors of like who's passed away? Are we paying respect first? Are we doing that?
First of all, let's pay respect to Cthulhu's Prodigy's pride.
Oh,
That all
God.
went away
Damn
over the weekend.
God damn.
All melted away, all by millions of people like yourself. There we go.
Fucker.
And
I thought we had a serious one.
We do. I just don't have my notes.
It's gonna be a long cast.
Actually, I can't pronounce his
Jan.
Jan. Is it Jan or Jane?
Jan Michael Vincent? You can't
Yeah.
pronounce Jan
Jesus
Michael Vincent?
Well,
Right.
he's male. So some people may think Jan might be female. But,
So if
Yeah,
you don't know how to pronounce the guy's name,
Why
maybe
you
you
put
don't know
him on
much
there?
about him.
well,
maybe
no,
he
I
should
know
be
that
on here.
I didn't say I didn't know much about him. I just can't pronounce his name. That's what I said. But he's
Wait,
one of the.
Homestead.
He's the actor from the '80s TV series Airwolf. He was one of the
yeah,
main.
yeah.
He was the main actor in the show. A lot of people love Airwolf because it brought in a lot of stuff. There's actually a game about Airwolf.
Yeah, wasn't there an arcade game?
I think there's an arcade and I think a PS1 game or something. Or
God
whatnot.
damn.
But yeah, he passed away this past weekend.
Wasn't
Did I-
Airwolf like the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
But it was like
like
basically Spy Hunter, but with the helicopter.
It was like Kit in the air, except it didn't talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember loving that show, but I could never tell you what the fuck happened.
Yeah, exactly, right? I can just remember cool shit with a helicopter. And I remember like it had like wings, and when it would go fast, the wings would like fold back,
Yeah,
and it like would take off. I don't know, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, just like Blue said, it was Kit in the air.
All right.
Much.
Before we get this entire podcast started, I've got a special beer.
What you got?
It's called Black Tuesday. It's by a place called The Brewery.
Sounds like a comic book.
Yeah, it's fucking potent.
Alright.
It's 20.3% alcohol.
Get
So
fucked up.
yeah, I happened to get something from somebody's cellar, and they sold it to me.
Bust it open.
And apparently, like the old bottles. Oh, this is 2016, by the way.
Okay.
Oh shit, we're about.
We got
Yeah.
years on this
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
It's an imperial stout. It's bourbon barrel aged, and if you go on eBay right now, empty bottles for this sell for like over $100. I'm like, what the
damn.
fuck?
Empty?
Who's the brewer again?
It's called The Brewery.
Brewery?
Bruery. The
What?
Brewery.
All right. While he's pouring it out, Old Ninja, I know you got some words. So
Don't if you're gonna review, don't spoil it because I do
No,
plan on watching
I don't
it.
plan on doing that. But go ahead, finish what you gonna say.
yeah. So look, I am man enough to admit that I may have ran my mouth a little bit too goddamn much, but the trolls were going to be perfect. Carol's big dick energy fucked it all up for me, goddammit.
Yes,
Kill the fuck there.
sir.
She came through, and I've always said this. I've always said it's all about money when it comes to Hollywood. Y'all were not. It didn't matter about the reviews. Y'all were gonna see the movie any goddamn way, and y'all showed out. I will admit that up front. No jokes about it. I may have been a little bit, kind of, sort of wrong for the first time.
You want some?
Oh, that's just tasty.
I'll take a little bit because I brought me something. I brought me my petty drink.
Vuh.
About my petty drink. Yeah. Make sure.
Man.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
Oh, you got an Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer.
I did. I got to drink it from my teacup. Those of you who are not watching this live, I brought me my nice little my teacup for every time I pull up a point about Cthulhu's Prodigy's trolling. Take me a sip.
It was all fun and games. I was just talking shit about Quan or whatever the fuck his name is.
So,
Damn it.
I have a confession to make.
Mm.
So those of you who don't know, Quan is our, I guess, quasi Hollywood. This is actually really good, by the way. Quan is our quasi Hollywood liaison.
Yep.
And he was trolling the fuck out of Cthulhu's Prodigy's Facebook. I don't think he's on Twitter. However,
There were others on Twitter.
so what I'm going to say, because he's not here to do this, is that was all me. He got those memes from me. I created them for him. He literally made 2 of them, and I made like 12.
I knew they looked familiar.
I made 12 of them. The best is, shout out to Zach from Those Damn Comic Book Guys, who took one of the memes and put it as their group's fucking page opening picture. So when you go to the group, it is right on there. The whole backdrop of Cthulhu basically getting punched in the face by Captain Marvel numbers.
And her big dick energy.
You can't argue with that. And what's funny to me is that for literally 2 years, yo ass has been flaming Captain Marvel. Flaming, talking mad shit. You was talking all that trash. Now it's time for you to pay with that ass. Toot that ass, big fella. Toot that ass.
Prodigy, do you understand what I was saying now when I said it had like Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it?
Hey, it made Guardians of the Galaxy type money. I will give it
It
that.
made way more than that. It made way more.
So
What I was saying though is like it was an unknown that they pushed pretty hard,
It
and
did.
even like the way the whole like the tech looked and all the CGI looked, it looked like a Guardians of the Galaxy like feel to it.
I still can't go with that, and I've only
But
seen the trailer. But
that's
money-wise, I'll
Why
give
they
it to
made
you.
the money. So, and they pushed hard.
They
pushed-
I would easily say they spent over $200 million on
yeah.
advertising alone.
Mickey pulled out his gigantic ad dick, and he was like, he stuck that shit in everything.
Yeah.
I think they spent the production budget and a half on marketing.
Well, it's paid off
Yeah.
easily. I mean, they made back their money easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So-
weekend one.
One weekend, yeah.
What-
What worldwide it made 442 million, right?
455 million,
55
like
million?
almost 500 million.
God damn. What was cool is that even though it broke Wonder Woman's record, Gadot tweeted out.
Only Friday night. It made more money Friday night than Wonder Woman did.
Okay, but Gadot did tweet out to the star who did play Captain Marvel saying like, "Hey, congratulations, sister. Good job," or something like that.
Yeah.
She did. And
That was a classy lady.
yeah, and
Where's Stitch at?
he's
Where's
on
the-
his way, is he not?
Well, he's gonna.
He
This
might
is
be
the
a
best
little late.
shit.
He might be
This,
a little late.
this could have been an epic rant, but now there's none.
Oh no, I mean he'll be here later. It's just gonna keep going. I feel like this whole episode is gonna be the clap.
God damn.
It's just gonna be us roasting, or at least me roasting Cthulhu.
You saw this movie.
I did see this movie.
Okay.
I think I'm the only one from the cast. Am I correct?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I wanted to see it on Saturday, but me and
K-Mac?
K-Mac. Yeah, we wanted to see, I was like, don't say her name.
I thought you forgot.
No, we wanted to see it together, so
Okay.
we need babysitter. So
I will. Let's go see it. And we tried finding times for it, and they were sold out like almost all day, like sold out. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, dude, we need to. They literally bought their tickets a day, like 3 days in advance. And I was like, we should be able to see it the day, like they're bad, and then I'm gonna kind of like call out somebody a little bit.
So
And it's not Cthulhu.
before you give your review, the weird thing that I have noticed about people that have talked about the movie is that I haven't heard anybody. Just me personally, this might be out there already, but I haven't seen anybody personally give kudos to Brie Larson's performance. What I keep seeing, what I keep reading is kudos for Samuel L. Jackson's performance, which is fucking weird as shit. Because I'm like, okay, but like, what about the lead actress? Like, why is there no kudos? There's not a whole lot of shit.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. But
I don't know.
I mean,
I've heard different stuff from what Cronus is talking about. I've heard what I'm going to talk about. So
go ahead.
let's start with the good.
Speak on it.
Captain Marvel. The good stuff is, for me, it was a fun movie. like I enjoyed the movie. It was fun. There was obviously action adventure. People complaining about this having some kind of feminist agenda obviously didn't see the movie because this is literally a comic book movie. I mean, that's what it looked like. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like it pushed anything. Yes, there is like a slight feminist like moment, but it's not even from Captain Marvel herself. It's from her best friend, Rambeau, Marie Rambeau.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
I think it was some of the folks from Super Suit Show saying it felt like The Long Kiss Goodnight.
So, after them mentioning that, I didn't put that together, but I was like, holy shit. Yes, this is very similar to Long Kiss Goodnight. However, in Long Kiss Goodnight, Gina Davis didn't know she could fight.
Okay, fair enough.
She knows, and when we first meet Captain Marvel, she's training.
Okay.
So we know she can fight. But her powers are in addition to her, martial art combat skill. Because that's the first thing we see. She wakes up and basically trains.
Okay.
So it's like, okay. But then when you unravel it, and then you realize Sam Jackson's playing the same character from Long Kiss Goodnight, you're like, oh shit, this is Space Long Kiss Goodnight. But that movie, a lot of people love. It's a cult classic. What I was saying,
it was in the 90s too, wasn't it?
yes, it was. Wasn't it? Yeah,
was
it was
it?
90.
I
Yeah,
think
it
so.
was in 90s. I'm gonna talk a little bit now about some of the gray area stuff. There's some was just in the film. There are parts where it felt more like an ensemble film. So there's a
Like an ensemble MCU?
yes.
Okay.
So there are actors such as Jude Law, Annette Bening, Gemma Chan, who's probably new to a lot of U.S. audience because of her success from Crazy Rich Asians. She's in this film as well. We have like Oscar-nominated actors as well as winners with Annette Bening. I don't know, Jude Law won one. Sometimes they kind of upstage her a little bit.
Upstage Brie?
Brie, yes. But then Brie brings it back when they focus solely on her. When it's just her and random enemies. Oh, we also have the dude from Rogue One, the dude who played Director Krennic. Forget his name, but he's in this too. So, you got some pretty recognizable actors in there that kind of like put their foot up a little bit above her. But Brie Larson is able to bring it back. But sometimes that kind of takes you out of the moment sometimes.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes you're just like a little bit more interested in the rest of the ensemble versus Captain Marvel, which is a gray, potentially bad thing. There are the bad I'm gonna say is who Marvel is. I'm not gonna spoil who Marvel is in the film, but what Captain Marvel's relationship with Marvel is not what it is in the comics. Okay. And I was kind of disappointed by that, knowing how much Marvel's a basically big dick in Marvel Comics. Like, he literally has a funeral in the comic where everyone comes to see him. And he doesn't go out in a blaze of glory in the comics. He dies of cancer. So the reveal on who Marvel is was weird to me. I think for a lot of people who don't know Captain Marvel and are being introduced to Captain Marvel, it doesn't matter when you're watching the film. Sure. And I felt that might have been a little bit of shade there. Also, some gray stuff. I felt like, how do I say this? The whole underlying story of the MCU was more important than Captain Marvel. What I mean by that is that there are seeds planted in the film. Okay. So there are seeds that I felt were planted for the future of the MCU.
So it's not in the film? That took a minute.
Yeah.
But you got it now, don't you?
Yeah, I was like, I'm thinking if it's seedless or just like trying to like Prodigy.
Prodigy is seedless.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Is it fully leaded? Unleaded? Huh. Yeah, there's like there's seeds planted like the Skrulls, I'm gonna say. There's actually some wiggle room to actually introduce the Fantastic Four. Okay. So, I mean, it's not hinted per se, but there's a little bit of seeds. Like, basically what they could potentially do is have like an era earlier where the Fantastic Four encounter the Skrulls first, because in the film, they're at war already. Okay. It's not the beginning of the war. It's like, who knows? It could be the middle, could be the end. You're not even sure.
Go on, but if they do shit like that, they're gonna fuck up the Super Skrull, 100%.
That's what I was. I will say. I was worried from jump about Skrulls, and I've mentioned that before. That was another thing that turned me off. But go ahead.
So I don't know. I mean, it could happen. It may not. But there is a little
potential.
There's potential there. Also, the Rambo's daughter is also there. Obviously, a lot of people know that she's going to grow up to be a superhero later on. There's some other stuff I don't necessarily want to talk about just yet. And then, like, what else is kind of bad? Just
well, I mean, did you enjoy? We've seen some really good, as recently as last year, MCU villains with Killmonger, and we obviously had Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Is I guess Ronan and the Skrulls on this? Are they adequate, or are they great villains?
They're adequate.
Okay.
They're not great villains. Ronan is more of a cameo because he's talked about. We don't see him a whole lot in this film. There's like a quasi twist, I want to say, but it's not a twist because you kind of see it coming.
But you don't love these villains.
No, love these villains. There's a potential to be great for Captain Marvel for sure,
but not in this.
But not in this particular film because there's a lot of moving parts in this film.
All
right. I'm going to address this also. A lot of people were complaining about Captain Marvel's relationship to Nick Fury.
Are they fucking?
No. A lot of people were saying that they were having too much fun, that they were joking around too much, and I was like, "Wait,
Did it
what?"
take you out of the movie?
No. In fact, I know that some people that are diehard Captain Marvel fans, they're used to her being pro-military, being super serious, being on mission, being on point. With her and Fury, they're like ribbing each other.
So okay, that I gotta be honest. Like, so Captain Marvel in the comics is not a great character. Anyone wants to argue with me about that, go fuck yourself. Actually, no, I don't want to put that far, but we can argue if you want. But especially right now, she's not in a good place in the comics. So I think that putting some levity with her character is probably a good thing at this point in time because what happened with Civil War 2 was real shitty. I don't think hardly anybody was on her side about that shit. So yeah, I think that's probably a good choice to, like, you know, put in some jokes in there with her.
Yeah, so some people thought that Fury trusted her too fast, which I say you probably weren't paying attention to the film because there are points in the film where he doesn't talk about her. I don't want to say favorably. He treats her neutral when he's like reporting to his constituents.
Can I ask a question about Fury? Again, no hardcore spoilers, but this is the 90s with Fury. We've seen him from basically 2008 on. He's not Director Fury. Is he Special Agent Fury in this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You learn more about his backdrop. Like you learn
Coulson's
about his
level in the Avengers and an Iron Man movie? Is that where he is?
I think he might be a little bit above that.
Okay.
Like, you can tell he's a senior agent.
Okay.
In fact, he leads the team. Gotcha. He's the spearhead of the team that confronts Cap. He's giving directors, he's directing orders or whatnot, but he's not director.
Still for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, he's still working for S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatnot. It's literally Coulson's first, like, assignment or whatnot.
Oh, he's the Rook.
He's the Rook, for sure. And it's even stated that he's the Rook.
So he can only go diagonally?
Oh, kind of.
Chess joke.
That's a good chess joke.
So is it actually Coulson from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's in the movie too? Oh, that's cool.
Well, you went with us to WonderCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
We saw they had
Well, he wasn't there, but they called him.
And they were talking about he was out on location. At the time, he was at some kind of demonstration, but he was on location for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So it's really him. I wish he had more scenes, actually, because I really like Coulson's character. But yeah, the relationship between Nick Fury and Captain Marvel I thought was interesting because they looked like they were, gelling well. But there's a point where Nick Fury lies to her.
Super spy, man.
And I think people did not comprehend that because they were so invested that they were gelling, that the fact that he was a spy and trying to get on her side, where he is really doing is assessing this potential target or asset. Is she friend or foe? And he was basically doing his job.
Okay.
I also saw. I gotta put this out there. Our boy VZA, Victor, he was throwing shade at the Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah,
Wow.
I heard he didn't like it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that? Can you do that? What the fuck?
Well,
So my question to Vic is: do you know? I mean, he has to know who Kevin Smith is, because in this, it's a nod to Kevin Smith with the Stan Lee cameo, and it's like a lot of things all in one brief moment. And I think if you don't understand that, then you probably don't understand the cameo. Either way, it's really small and whatnot, but I mean, it's a huge nod from the MCU, from the people who made this film, to Kevin Smith, who is a fanboy, who is a comic writer.
Made him cry.
Yes, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
And
If you know who Kevin,
isn't this potentially the last one?
I think the next one.
It is not. They said
It
there
is
was a few more.
They said there was a few more, but they were saying they may not add them in, and the one in Endgame may be his last.
Okay.
But if you know who Kevin Smith is, if you know
Everybody should know who.
if you're a
Kevin
nerd, you
Smith
should. If you're a
is.
nerd or a geek, you should know who Kevin Smith is. You should also be at least quasi-aware of Kevin Smith's relationship to Stan Lee and what he meant to him.
I like how he has like the most generic name, but everybody should know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all do know him.
We do.
Yeah, we do. But
It's a great
Yeah.
movie.
I know a lot of people who don't know him, but if you say Silent Bob, they know who Silent Bob is.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So, I think that Stan Lee's cameo was beautiful and amazing, and I think it was a great homage for, a great shout out from the MCU to Kevin Smith about how much they love what he's done and how much Stan meant to him.
it looks like the last cameo of Stan Lee's going to be in Spider-Man: Far From Home,
Oh,
which is I think is a good farewell,
enough.
just
There
because
you
that's his character.
I got a
Spider-Man.
question for you, old ninja. So you did, I think I'm quoting you right. You loved the action in Alita. We disagree.
I did
But-
like the action in Alita.
Action to action, both big budget movies. Did you like that one more in terms of the action,
Did I like Captain Marvel's action more?
or Alita's action?
I liked Alita's action more. What I liked about Captain Marvel was they do some interesting things with flashbacks. Which
that doesn't sound like action. Or is it?
some of it involves action,
Okay, all right.
but it's just the way that they present the flashbacks to us. It's not. It's been done before, just not very often.
I got a question for you.
Mm.
How was that booty in that movie though? Because
that-
Gal Gadot had a little.
She's not ScarJo.
Yeah, but
They
like
don't
how
focus
was,
on. They don't
how was
really.
what's her name?
They don't really focus on her ass, really.
Mm.
We all know it ain't there.
'Cause we saw the stills.
No, yeah, we saw the stills. Shit, there's a video of her like twerking during a shoot.
You can't. No.
Well, I mean, she
You
tries
can't
to do
twerk
what
that.
she
Yeah,
can.
it's a tweak.
She's just
Fuck outta here.
tweaking.
That nonsense.
That's funny.
I'm tired of seeing chicks with no ass trying to twerk. It's just like,
I
what
mean,
the
she
fuck?
does. She does what she can. So you
Especially
know,
with
you
what
got
we
to
see
do
on the
what
wall.
you got to do what God gave you. You know.
No.
Oh shit, she can go out and buy ass.
It's
I
like trying to be a
guess.
little dick dude trying to do the helicopter with your dick. It's
No.
not gonna happen.
More like a
Damn.
fan.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Not even a fan. It's like
Yeah.
it's not even a fan.
So yeah, I enjoyed this film. It's not the greatest MCU movie. It's
Is
definitely
it upper,
not.
Is it upper echelon? That's what I want to know. We've
Al-
seen
almost.
like 20. We've seen
21.
20 plus, 21.
21.
So is it top 5?
No, this is not
All
top
right.
5. Close.
So
But
it's
not-
top 10.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely
10.
top 10.
All right.
Definitely top 10 for me.
So that's about middle of the MCU.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
definitely
fair.
definitely
I mean,
top 10.
that's-
It's not top 5.
I've heard that same sentiment over and
Yes,
over again.
and I
That's fair.
the guys from Super Suit Show, which I listened to your backpedaling on there as well.
I've been backpedaling on that.
Yeah, you did.
I'm backpedaling now. goddammit.
You backpedaled and deflected. Actually, I might
I
say.
mean, it's okay to admit that you were wrong. And, I was wrong too. I when I gave my initial, I guess, estimate of what
Mine's
what you
real
could make,
fucking low.
it was low. But at the same time, I said that this looks like it could be like Guardians of the Galaxy and it could surprise us all, which it did. But I gave a bunch of caveats.
Yeah.
So,
Well, right now on Rotten Tomato, it's sitting at 79% for the tomato meter, but for audience, it's sitting at 62. But I think we should get into that too, because I believe that there was a lot of reviews that were deleted off of there, just because like there was no way for there to be that many people voting for it in that small amount of time frame.
Yeah, I think that people. I mean, I mentioned on the last podcast there was over 11,000 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes when the movie wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
But there was obviously you can watch a movie before it comes out.
Yeah.
Right, because I've done it before. But there's no way 11,000 people did that. You know what I mean? It would have first of all, 11,000 people in general didn't see the movie. Second of all, if they did, 11,000 people would not have gone to Rotten Tomatoes giving it a review that were negative.
Yeah.
So that's the problem that I had with that shit. So I'm fine with them deleting, because it was obvious that the trolls were coming out and they were trying to shit on this movie.
When it came out, the thing went up to like 55,000, and it was that's like this is like night one, like opening night.
They deleted a bunch of them. Usually what happens, because I mean, last week you guys correctly said, Black Panther got a lot of negative reviews prior to release.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened with that movie is the overwhelming number of positive things immediately at like the midnight release completely overwhelmed any of the negativity. And it stayed in, I think, the 90%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think it's 80 something, 90, high 80s, low 90s.
Yeah, it stayed very high, even with trolls. So, but I mean, they deleted probably thousands and thousands, even after the movie was live, that went on there. But that's just on the user side.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do. I don't think they did anything with the critics.
No, I don't think the critics, because critics had
the critics
were left in there.
They probably have like certain subscription status or something.
I mean, I think you have to log in differently if you're a critic.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, what are the credentials for being a critic on Rotten Tomatoes? Really?
I know a couple. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So I mean, the thing is, what Rotten Tomatoes did, they just stopped users from inputting before the movie was released. All the trolls did was wait 3 days and then just bomb the fucking site. I mean, that's pretty much what they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they went away all of a sudden. They just stopped them from doing it. They wait 3 days and they just copy and pasted their hate-fueled, maybe spelled correct, some shit, and then fucking threw that shit in there.
I mean, yeah, it was wrong. Let me just address some other things around this movie. So we've been called out on Twitter about some shit that's bothersome to me. I didn't respond to it on Twitter because we talked about, I talked about it at least, on the podcast, which is how if they're setting Captain Marvel to beat Thanos, I think it's not correct. And then people were trying to say that, it is correct because apparently in the movie she has some ties to the fucking Infinity Stone, just like Adam Warlock. I'm just like, okay, first of all, Adam Warlock would also smash Carol Danvers. So
they teased Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, smash as in like fuck or like smash as in like
totally
kick her ass?
totally destroy.
I mean, he does have the power. He could make 2-foot dick. You never know.
It's not only the fact
Lay
that
the pipe down.
people pretend like just having the mere fact that you have some sort of tie to the Infinity Stone makes you a potential threat to Thanos. But no, I still stick to the fact that and I even give the caveat, unless she's binary, if Thanos with no Infinity Gauntlet would still kick the shit out of Captain Marvel, hands down. There should not be an argument there. But if you want to say if it's binary, which I said before on the podcast, if she becomes binary in the movies, then yeah, she would stand some sort of chance and perhaps beat him with no gauntlet. With the gauntlet, though, that'd be a major problem. So
I don't want to say too much without spoiling, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna agree to an extent. I'm gonna have another caveat there. A lot of people are saying that Captain Marvel is the one to defeat Thanos, and after the movie, I was like, I need to check something. What I went to go see is, does Kevin Feige or the Russo brothers specifically say that Captain Marvel will defeat Thanos? And no. I found no evidence of that.
Well,
what I did
ever give it away, so.
What I did see, of course, but I did see Kevin Feige say that she's the most powerful in the MCU.
People interpreted that.
People interpreted. Everyone's picked up on that, but they have not specifically stated that it's going to be Captain Marvel to be the one to defeat Thanos. And after that after watching the film, I don't see her doing that on her own.
Yeah, I don't. It should be a group effort from everybody. I mean, even Adam Warlock. It was a war, and a war is not a battle between two fucking people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how people are. They're trumping this character up to be too much. You know what I mean? And I mean, she has a decent power set. It just, you know, as far as like trying to kick Thanos' ass, like he's a good villain for a reason.
Great.
You know what I mean? In most good villains, it takes more than one. It should take more than one person to beat him, but sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean?
We know Thor extremely well. He's had a trilogy of movies, and he's been in every single one of the Avengers movies. Thor didn't do shit. Hulk, we know very well.
Thor's a fucking god.
Yeah. Hulk got his ass handed to him with one stone.
Yeah.
I mean,
2 stones.
No, he only had one. He had one at the time.
Yeah, he didn't get it. Yeah.
So Thanos is a different breed of motherfucking villain.
I don't get it. Like, they were saying, read the comics, but it's like, bitch, I read the comics. Like, I don't understand your point here.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you show me in the comics where Carol Danvers defeated Thanos.
Yeah.
Show me.
I mean, she couldn't even beat a mutant.
I've seen a few panels of a punch or so, but I'm like, everybody gets in punches.
Yeah.
Like, Thanos will freely, like, eat punches. You know what I mean? Every now and again from very powerful characters.
Yeah.
That ain't no defeat for Thanos.
No.
Didn't Thanos kill himself in the comics?
He's done a lot of fucking
he's done wild shit.
Well, yeah, I think in the one with the oh god, what's those guys called? I can't even think of their name, but like it was the one with the families and like the mom and dad leaves and the kids will like defend them from themselves. But then toward the end, the parents kind of come back. Oh, they were part of the what's the name Corps?
Oh, the Nova Corps.
Nova Corps, yeah, where it was a family and they were all 4. The family members became part of Nova Corps. And then at the end of the comic,
Black Nova Corps.
Yeah, and then at the end of the comic, Thanos shows up and he's like looking for one of the Infinity Stones. But then like time traveling Thanos shows up and kills himself and takes his Infinity Stone and like.
Well, and he kills himself again too with what a really great comic that's recent from Marvel is the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
Kills himself again.
That was a fucking
great.
perfect comic. I'll say it.
And through the Infinity Wars that just happened in the comic books, I'm pretty sure he let himself die.
Yeah.
At the hands of Gamora. It's spoiler, not a spoiler, because you should have read the fucking comics.
That's a couple years
that's
old.
Yeah. That's a few months back now.
Yeah, it's months back.
Good shit.
So yeah, that was my Captain Marvel review. It wasn't spoiling. There's maybe a little bit I might have given away too much, but other than that, it's pretty.
You had fun.
I did.
You enjoyed
the film. No, I missed a little bit of it because I went to go get my mac and cheese, but.
What?
The fuck? You eating mac and cheese at a fucking theater?
Yes, and it was so good.
Where did I go to?
Homemade?
The New Parkway Theater, and then what was the other one I went to? That was in, I think, the city.
Draft House.
Alamo.
Yeah, y'all got to go there.
There's a new one at the Valley Fair. I didn't know Valley Fair had a theater.
Valley Fair's still around?
Southland Mall?
Yeah. No, the Valley Fair Mall, the one by Santana Row, has a new theater. It's called the Icon Theater, and they have like a restaurant attached to the theater. That's why I ordered me some mac and cheese.
I'm thinking of Valco.
Oh yeah, no, Valco's gone.
Valco's gone. But then there's a new. Southland has a new theater.
They do. It's very small.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Did they close the other one in Hayward? The one I thought for B Street?
They still got
it's still there.
Okay, cool.
But this
one's
like
super regional here with theaters.
Yeah.
The one in Southland is it's the more premium experience. Like it's like the one in New Park.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
Wow. So Prodigy.
What you got to say?
Your Twitter handle your Twitter avatar. I had to go back. Is now in jeopardy within the next couple weeks. Because even if, since you were moving the goalpost talking about Captain Marvel was going to have an epic drop-off on week 2 or whatnot, so, even if Captain Marvel does have a drop-off, that target that y'all put with MTF is probably still going to get hit by summer.
Okay, look, here's the deal. You're right. MTF is, I'm going to have to, have a new hentai handle on Twitter at some point. I'm not gonna beg for my handle and shit. I'll man up.
This is
a
whole year.
When you talk your shit online, sometimes even Vegas was wrong. Goddammit. Sometimes Vegas, the casino wins.
Sometimes you beat the casino. Sometimes you get the bear. Sometimes the bear gets you.
You gotta give your Twitter handle up to somebody.
I think I goddamn do. You know.
Well, someone said it was a handle, but it's actually he said Avatar.
Oh, he said Avatar.
He said Avatar.
Oh man, I'd love fucking Avatar if that was it.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back.
It should be, fuck that. We're changing the rules. You're getting Prodigy's password.
Oh!
So he's going to change his password, and you're going to get his access to his entire account for what?
A year. It was a
No,
whole year.
No. This was permanent.
No, he said a year.
Really?
Yeah, he says a year.
Oh, we went back and forth on a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I was talking
know.
a lot of shit.
I know you were. You've been
year is
talking
fucking
all that shit for
A year is a
2
long
fucking
time.
Listen,
years.
can we keep it reasonable? Like maybe a week or two. Give
For
it
the
up your
handle?
I,
Yeah, I mean, it's already out there. This is
Yeah,
already,
it's already
we
out
kind
there.
of shook
And-
on this.
Oh, okay.
and
You
people,
fucked up. All right.
people kept calling because he was going back and forth trying to like. They thought he was going to back out because he didn't want to place like a solid number. This dude called out a number, and then Kevin from Comic News offered a mid road. Like if it hits them in between, that he wins or there's a push. Versus Prodigy wins if it doesn't hit this number, and then MTF wins if it hits a certain number, and then if there's a middle, you push. Basically, you negate each other. So that negation.
It's
wasn't
gonna
it-
happen. It's
Kind
gonna
of
happen.
in the middle, because what you get, what did you guess it was gonna make, and how much?
I
did he
thought
guess?
under 700. I think.
Yeah,
Was
he
what
said
we finally
he was
decided
saying
on.
he said at first anything over 622, which was the amount that Ant-Man and Wasp made through its run.
Yeah.
And this dude, Prodigy, was saying it has to make 700 million in order to be a fucking hit or whatever. And he says it's not going to make that. And they were like going back and forth, and then Kevin jumped in. So basically,
Kevin's
said-
an instigator. Goddammit.
He was, but I mean, at that point, everyone was too because Inclination jumped in there too.
He sure did.
He sure did, and he kept record. He showed me the link to it.
He
I was
saved
like,
that
oh,
shit. He
did.
screenshot
He
that bullshit.
did. Hey, I had to screenshot a few
Fucking
things because your ass was calling out in November talking about Brie Larson ain't gonna put butts in seats. I'm the one who told it to you first. Blah 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 blah.
I did. I ran my mouth. Goddammit.
man.
I ran
Damn.
it.
Your ass cash should check that your
Toot
mouth
that
cash
ass, player.
your mouth cash should check that your
Okay.
ass can't.
Everybody wanted to hear me eating crow.
Yes.
It don't taste good. It don't taste as good as ass. Goddammit. Fuck y'all. Goddamn.
No.
Cucks. Who cares about superhero movie box office
Yeah.
anyway? You nerds.
Oh man.
Fucking
You. Yes.
Because I tell you what,
Oh,
I was
man.
going to troll, so I have to own up, because I was
Yeah.
going to troll so
We already-
bad.
you were
Y'all
already
were going to get
trolling.
off Twitter. Y'all were going to be off Instagram and Facebook had I won.
Oh, man.
I was going to make Bree really consider whether she wanted this acting shit in her life. I had to delete.
Yeah,
I
you
deleted
did.
2 gigs of shit.
He really did. But it's funny because it's out there because folks like Inclination be saving shit. He's like, hey, oh, Ninja, you see this? I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot about
Yeah.
this. This fool was running his mouth for sure.
Dude had
Holy
printout of
shit.
the receipt
He
for
had
days.
receipts.
He had CVS long receipts and shit.
I ran.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Who the fuck's in that chat?
Fucking Samantha. Oh my god, she came. She's back again. Hello, Samantha.
We love her.
We done missed you. Here, this is
Yeah,
what she's
yeah,
saying. She
yeah.
said,
Love her.
"Hey, BBCs, did
Yeah.
Prodigy, did
Got it
Prodigy bend over and take it over Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Tell them it's okay. I bend over for I bend over and take it all the time."
Oh,
Oh,
God.
my God.
Yes.
Damn.
God damn. Yeah, Carol used no Vaseline,
Yeah,
Samantha.
she sure didn't. Drank up all your tears.
shit.
Bree said, look at me. I did this to you.
Yeah.
She got you with that giant half creed.
Yeah. Spewing out green.
All up in it, saying style.
Spewing out green nut.
Oh, fucking shit. Y'all,
Oh,
man.
I just like to give myself a pat on the back for the great trolling memes that y'all was able to use and fire back at Prodigy. Y'all the real heroes. Y'all the real MVPs out there. You're welcome, by the way. I'ma pat
I
myself.
got to accept this fucking ass whooping and trolling and all that other stuff. Because, again, my shit was going to be tenfold on it.
Yeah,
I was
you
going to
know.
go the Kamehameha on that ass.
Yeah,
You know what I
hey.
mean?
Coming here wearing a capeman shit.
Right.
Yeah, if any of y'all ever follow Cthulhu on Facebook
Hold
or
on,
Twitter,
pause. Don't do it though.
yeah, I'm saying,
Don't do it though.
well, if you already do, you already know.
yeah, you would know.
Just
However,
not safe
and
for
you're-
work content on
it's
his
not
Twitter.
safe for
but
families.
if you follow him on Twitter, you're probably definitely a
Fired.
bad person.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah, or you've been fired at least once.
Mm.
But
HR comes looking at you and shit.
for once, he's literally tweeting like I want to say on average every half hour some fucking troll shit about Captain Marvel. For once, He was silent.
I didn't have shit, man. I didn't have shit.
He was
Dead
silent.
air.
That big dick energy went all in my fucking mouth and
Yeah,
shit. It was
so
fucked up.
I wonder if Brie Larson's listening to our podcast right now, eating popcorn.
Ah,
Sipping on her coke.
Thank
Oh
God.
man, yeah. So he had to go back and he literally started to ignore some of the posts. He was
I
like,
responded eventually.
but you went through and you had to scroll through a few of them because he went back to posting like NBA shit, back to his hentai, back to porn, acting like we weren't there. We was like, we see you, fool.
He was all hashtag respect women.
Damn, I got that backhand of respect. Fucking shit. Yeah.
Kill it.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
That was
They didn't have to
so
do me
good.
like this, though.
Oh, you did yourself.
They could have had an 80,
No.
85, 90 million. I would have been like, all right, I got a few memes.
They
Yeah.
had to kill it, bro. Because
Yeah.
you were talking so much shit.
So
God.
much shit.
That's why, see, at least I was conservative. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I gave my opinion, but I gave caveats, and that's why nobody's coming after me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
nobody's
went bold.
Yeah.
nobody's coming after me. I said this movie's gonna make only 60,000 opening weekend. and
60
it-
million.
Yeah.
Or
You
60
did have the
million.
lowest one.
Yeah, I was like,
you
I ain't
did.
gonna do that well, but I was wrong.
But then
man.
again, you were on Twitter flaming old girl up, talking shit about how she can't even fit in the seat because she ain't got no ass. Talking about she ain't gonna put butts in seats.
My favorite one though is when I was like, if your ass need a booty double
Oh my
in your
God.
film,
Oh,
maybe
man.
you don't deserve a film.
Oh,
that was
damn.
gonna hold up so goddamn well before last one.
No, guess what?
was a good
She
one.
showed up to the theater. Brie Larson showed up to the theater with her Coke and popcorn. Was like, look at me, I done did this to you.
Oh man, could you imagine if it fell? Cause then wasn't she there also like serving like popcorn and shit like that? Like
She
that would
would-
have been the perfect
Yep.
meme. If she would have fell and be like, look, this movie sucks so much, I have to work at the stand to pay the money back or some shit.
Damn, but it didn't go that
didn't
way.
go that
did
way.
It?
It did not go
It
that way.
did it. They was throwing shit at her like, work that flat ass of yours, Brie.
God.
So we have to retire a joke now. We have to retire a joke on
Which
this
one?
podcast. The joke to where we don't know who the fuck Brie Larson is.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
It's retired.
It was on for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
goddamn.
Brie Larson, we know, even though we know you were in that, you were in
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
she's
she
in
was.
21 Jump Street.
Yeah, but every other fucking movie, I don't fucking know. I didn't know the fuck you were.
We were like homesteader,
Welcome to the.
Nerd crew.
celebrity.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're just a celebrity before, but I
Yeah.
guess the upper echelon.
Welcome to the
You
MCU.
made that motherfucking money. Congratulations.
There you go.
Made it happen.
I'm not gonna be an asshole.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
congrats.
the rest of us, thank you for just shoving your cock all up in Cthulhu's ass. We love you for it, and it's great.
So does it shapeshift in your ass?
Yeah, I mean,
Is it like a duck?
It
Or
has-
like a
man.
corkscrew?
it's corkscrew. It has some studs. It spikes up in there.
Yeah.
Is it like Black Bible size dick? Or it's fucking
Oh,
gets bigger and
Yeah.
shit?
That shit's throbbing.
yeah. I was just about to add
Getting
this a
fucked
throb.
on the pentagram.
Oh,
If you haven't watched Black Bible, you probably should.
yeah,
Do you remember? Do you remember watching Death by Temptation? That movie with Dwayne Wayne in it, where they play like he has his cousin who like she's.
I think he meant Dwayne Johnson.
No, Dwayne Wayne from
Different World?
Different World. Yeah, it's an
Oh,
old
Kareem-
movie. So
Kareem.
it's
Yeah.
about his friend, his cousin who comes like he's like a country priest or whatever. He comes up to the city and he meets his girl. What this chick is like the fucking devil incarnated, and she's like fucking dudes and like killing them and stuff like that, and, like eating them up and stuff. But there's this one scene where she like goes to this bar and she like picks up guys there. She's like super fucking hot. She picks up this one guy, takes her home, and they're like fucking around, and he's not interested in it. And it's obvious that this guy is fucking gay, so she's like on his back, kind of like hump, because she has a pussy at first, and she's like dry humping him. Or not dry humping him, but she's like humping from behind, and he's like, "Ooh, what's that?" And he's like, he starts enjoying it, but you can tell like whatever she's sticking him is getting bigger and bigger because he starts like screaming and stuff. Dude, this movie fucking hella dang crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Death by Temptation, dude. It's like
I've
an
seen-
80s movie.
I think I've seen part of that now that you mention it. It was one of those movies where we're like, we don't know about you no more, Kareem.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're going to give you more parts.
You know, it's a great 80s movie. Is it 80s? Barbarella. Remember that
Oh,
movie?
yeah,
That might,
Great.
you
Wait,
know what?
the
That
Orgasm
might, be,
Machine?
that might be a 70s.
Might be 70s
movie.
Yeah.
That chick was hot as fuck.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
Do you know
Was
Roger
that Pamela Anderson?
Roger Ebert
No,
wrote
no.
the screenplay for that film.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a great fucking movie.
I
That
still
is a
haven't
old
seen all of
school,
it.
like when you're, I think when I first watched the movie, I was maybe a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, my dick is so hard.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fucking,
Just like Breeze all up in Cthulhu.
what's the name worked for me? Was it Heavy Rock or Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal was
animated
good.
one. Yeah.
That was like
Both
the
of
first
them.
American hentai, pretty much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take a quick break and talk about this beer we're drinking because
Sure.
goddamn, this shit's fucking good
It's weird.
and strong as fuck.
Yeah, it's got
It
some
is strong, but it's got flavor.
It's
I
got
like it.
crazy flavor. It's crazy smooth too.
I can see why it's like a lot. And what Kronos, did you say was they were sold out, or they only sold it certain times a year? or
It is
something?
rare here. And
Okay.
I've never seen it anywhere locally. And I happen to have a friend of mine works at a liquor store, the Cork and Bottle,
Yeah.
where they have Cork and Bottle in Fremont. If y'all didn't know,
I think I know where that.
y'all fucking up. It's on Maury. It's a great spot for beer, but they have shit in the back. If you have to ask them for it though, 'cause they I didn't know that until like years after I was going there, but they have rare beers in the back, and now is like the best time to find some of the rare beers because the New England IPAs took over basically their entire place. Like half of their inventory is any IPAs, and I don't like them.
Yeah.
So I mean they're meh. And so he said he had a rare beer in the back, and I was like, all right.
Did you give him the password?
Well, we negotiated on the price briefly,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I bought it, and here we go.
What's it's cool because I'm looking at Beer Advocate, and so it depends on what year you buy. Depends on the alcohol content too, because like it usually stays about the 18-19 range, but the one we're drinking is a 2016, and that one's 20.3
God damn.
alcohol per volume, but like it's normally in the 19-18 range, which is crazy for a fucking beer. Like they definitely have to make this with like wine yeast instead of like your normal beer yeast.
There's other ways you can do it too.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
You can add in a whole bunch of oxygen.
That's yeah.
Look at this.
I know that trick because I did it to make a stronger, more potent IPA.
Very nice. Good shit. All right, so
Don't think that we done. Though.
did you have a number you wanted to give to it though, or you
Yes.
want to save that?
You know what? I kind of want to wait for someone else on the podcast, but I do have a number.
Okay.
All right, I'll probably watch it maybe sometime this week before the next podcast.
Sure.
I didn't want to get my money for its weekend. That's all I gotta say.
So
I did give it 60,000 or 60 mil.
Can we move on to some gaming? Is that cool? with y'all?
Oh, so you're gonna save that number? Okay.
yeah, I
Okay,
want
I'm
to save
sorry.
it
Go
for
ahead.
someone
Well,
else to give, you know, a
yeah.
little bit more.
Okay, well,
right.
I feel unfortunate that Stitch is not here because me and him would have had a field day talking about the Division 2.
Yep.
So unfortunately, you got to hear my boring ass voice and not Stitch's voice along with my voice with this conversation. 'cause
Stitch is in the chat, by the way.
he is in the chat. But
wait,
he's making sandwiches for his wife. So, yeah,
Baloney.
he done fucked up.
Fried bologna. Wait, doesn't this game come out on this Friday though?
It
It's
comes
out.
out this Friday, but if you pay enough money, like I did,
I did.
or you get a you did it too.
I did. So I didn't know if I was going to, but I dropped it today. It downloaded, but I had to come to the cast. So that's
Well,
part
you
of the
can
reason why.
still download it, but you just if you try to play it, it'll tell you that you can't play it.
No. I bought. You can still buy the.
Oh, okay, the gold edition?
Gold edition.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
there's the gold edition. There's the what fucking weird ass.
Butt
What
fuck.
fucking
yeah, no, the
Brie
fucking-
fuck.
yeah, the Brie fucked edition.
I ain't getting this game.
That's
You
what
get
Prodigy was
butt
talking
fucked.
about. He was like, "Free fucking."
Oh damn!
You won't
There's
see it in the
the
pants now.
there's the so there's a Dark Zone edition, and then there's the Legendary Ultimate edition or some
Yeah,
shit.
Super Kamehameha edition.
Yeah, so there was that. If you get the gold edition, you can play. You can still play it today.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
yesterday,
I
yeah.
have the gold edition.
Okay, yeah, I got that too. So you get the year one pass, and you get a shotgun, some skins, and something else. I think.
Yeah, just like most. I mean, the main thing is the season pass,
Mm.
and you get to pay it 3 days early, basically.
Nice.
Technically,
That's not bad.
Sort of 4 if you get it. You know, there's ways you can get it earlier. But yeah, I got it, and yeah, it's a great game. There are a few minor problems with the game, but they're so fucking minor it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm coming off playing fucking Anthem, and so these fucking problems are so minor. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? This game, it's basically a fucking time vampire because you can play it and not stop playing it for a very long period of time
Nice.
and just time suck your fucking life away. It's such a stark comparison from Anthem because in Anthem you have to like basically everything's in chunks, right? You play a mission, you have to go back, you have to do stuff, you have to equip chunks of games, and in between those chunks there's very long load times.
Yep.
In the Division, there's not a whole lot of load times for anything unless you die or you load the game,
Yeah.
right? Or you fast travel.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
But when you fast travel, you still get to see the map, right? So
Well,
you
yeah, but
and
I
the
mean,
map is still moving technically in real time.
No.
They don't show you enemy movement.
It just shows a map and then you go in that one direction. It's just a load screen. But it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's fast travel. The only game that has done fast traveling with technically no load screen, but it was a load screen, was God of War, which is when you fast travel in those gates, you can technically move around and talk to people, but it was a fucking load screen. They cleverly hit it, which was fine.
Some people say the same about Destiny, even though it's a load. Like when you're traveling from planet to planet, it's a load screen.
It's a load screen.
But you're still watching your ships fly. And
Yeah,
shit.
that's still a load screen. But this game, the fact that, I mean, listen, if I was single and I had no kids, I would probably play this game for like 12 hours fucking straight.
Nice.
Or more than that. Because there's so much shit to do that leads into other shit, that leads into other shit, that leads into other shit. It was so fucking enjoyable. The loot system is really fucking good right now. The only thing that is kind of a bummer is the shotguns are kind of underrated at this point. I hope they make a patch for that. There's other little issues with graphics pop-ins, which is, if you're not familiar with that term, it's when you're walking around a game and you see an object and there's no texture on it yet.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it pops in. All right, so there's some problems with that. I'm sure they can fix that in a patch. When I first got the game, there was a 44 gigabyte patch.
God damn.
So be prepared for that. If you don't have good bandwidth, you might be waiting for a fucking while to play the game.
What, like a 10th of my hard drive?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the external or anything?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do
Get
that.
one.
Eventually, it's an easy upgrade. It's like $100. You can quadruple your fucking drive space. Anyway, the game is it's really enjoyable. So if any of you are out there that haven't played the game yet, I'm giving it a very high recommendation, especially based upon the current amount of games that are out, and having a game that's basically an RPG, MMORPG really, that is based upon, like, I guess, current technology, kind of future tech, but not really because you have guns and shit. It's really fun.
How's the story?
The story it's okay, you know, but I mean, it takes place obviously after the Division 1. You get called to DC because DC is getting overrun by these people called the Hyenas.
Okay.
And I know, like, later in the game, there's a whole new group of, like, fucking Spec Ops type dudes with, like, fucking crazy weapons.
Because you said it in the beta.
Yeah, in the beta they did that, which I really enjoyed. But the story is it's cool because there's so much content. I'm not saying that the actual story itself is, like, super engaging, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's basically, the story is engaging enough for you to want to do more and more stuff. And for me, that's enough.
Does this make you want to try it? Because usually you do the Sword Art Online thing. Does this make you want to try it with other people?
Well, I mean, I will. Actually, today, it might have been a glitch.
Okay.
But somebody joined my game and made me the team leader.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what the fuck?
You may have to change your settings to make your group private so no one jumps in. Because if someone's on your friends list, just like in the Division, they can jump into your group no matter what.
I don't think it was on my friends list. It was just some random fucking dude. No, it's
that's
like,
weird.
I'm shooting shit in the face. You want to come along? Whatever.
Well,
So-
you're lucky he didn't shoot you, and all of a sudden you just fucking die in real life or some shit.
No,
Like in Sword Art
You can
Online.
only- yeah, that's all bad. I think you can only do that in the Dark Zone. Go rogue on your team,
Yeah.
and then shoot your team.
Yeah, but that one glitch was just like, whatever. Well, like, we had fun playing together. I mean, he followed me. He wasn't a dick or anything. So, but he died a bunch of times. But I'm like, whatever, man. I'll bring him back to life.
Well, I mean, it's kind of some of the levels when you're playing against some of the bosses. At least you need like an extra person because it gets kind of difficulty.
No, fuck
having
that.
somebody come up
You
and
Kirito that motherfucker.
What do you mean? What?
Insane. Kirito.
oh yeah. So how does it compare to the demo?
It's very similar to the demo. Except for like the very beginning, like the first 10 minutes is not like a demo. But after that, it's the demo for a very long fucking time because the demo had so much shit in there.
Yeah.
Like I just got beyond the point of where they expand.
Got a burp?
No,
Got a fart?
What the fuck?
that was fucking weird. Sorry.
Yo, asshole should be open after Bree got to
Oh,
it.
fuck your shit! God damn it!
Every time you fart, it goes.
God damn.
Damn!
I just got past the point to where it expanded the map past the beta.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but the beta had like a lot of shit in there.
Same weapons and everything, or is there more?
I think there's way more weapons.
There's more weapons now. Yeah, so I didn't see the AA-12 in the demo, but I got one now. And if y'all aren't familiar, if you're not like military minded or firearms minded, AA-12 is an automatic shotgun.
Yep.
It is extremely devastating to anybody you shoot at. So
They've had it in some movies.
yeah,
plenty of
The
movies.
Expendables.
Yeah.
Terry Crews used it.
yeah, someone will have a bad day if you shoot at them with that. But it's also, I mean, it's a cool weapon, but they need to up the damage with the shotguns.
Maybe there's some attachments later,
Well, there are attachments, but there's nothing that's going to up the damage significantly.
or different types of ammo.
No.
Okay.
It's just they don't do enough damage.
Gotcha.
Damn,
Like
that sucks.
when my if my marksman rifle does more damage than a shotgun at any range, there's a problem.
Okay.
Real quick, Slyke Havoc. Did y'all ever used to watch before he got fucked up? FPS Russian.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck yes.
yeah.
So, do you ever watch the episode where he had the AA-12?
This is on
With
YouTube.
Dragon's
It's on
Breath?
YouTube.
With Dragon's Breath?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was the one. I
Yeah.
saw the one where he did the door breach, where he
Oh.
kept it in a bucket of water. He pulled it out and then blew out the door so he could breach.
Yeah.
So he blew out the. He literally blew out the entire hinges and the side of the door, and then just kicked in the door. And he's
forgot
all,
about
"This
that
is-"
guy.
Yeah, because he got fucked up. I guess he went
Wait,
to
his
jail
his
for
friend
killing.
his friend got killed or something like that.
Yeah, but he was somehow involved or some shit. But he went to jail for some bullshit.
Real jail?
Yeah,
Damn.
they fucking raided him and shit or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember the Dragon Breath, the shotgun.
I
that
did
just
not see
fucking
the Dragon Breath one.
just set shit on fire.
Yeah, but I saw the AA-12 one where he literally kept it in water, pulled it out, and just pulled the trigger, blew a whole door off.
All right, let me hear some more about the Division, though.
Yeah, so the I guess like I said, the funnest part about it is just going from thing to thing. You know what I mean? Like
Mission to mission?
you complete a mission, then you'll go to a side mission, then you'll be, oh look, I'm close to a fucking shade tag. Oh look, I'm close to a safe house. Oh look, I'm close to this or I'm close to that. And so it doesn't stop. And like when you open a safe house, you can unlock like where all the shade tech things are and all these like secret items. And you just like whatever's near you, let's just fucking go do it.
Can you build a trap house?
God damn it. How do you like the... Fucking damn it. How do you like the mobility? I felt a little slow in the first Division.
It's a little... No, it's
fine?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fine. The only time that mobility becomes an issue in this game is because the game is sort of large, but if you ever played the Division 1, like the world was large, but it felt empty. Or the world was kind of average size, but it felt empty.
Yeah.
In this one, it doesn't feel as empty.
Okay.
One of the things they did that was really cool is that there are, what do you call them? Not hideouts, but there's like basically like these little bases with like civilians.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the civilians will like go and patrol areas for like all kinds of equipment, like water, food, ammo, whatever.
capture points? Is that-
There's capture points as well, but it's not
There's
what I'm talking
something
about.
else?
No,
Oh, really?
I'll get to the capture points though.
Oh.
But basically you can build up like these separate bases that are not the White House.
Okay.
You can help them, and when you help them, more and more of those people will go out on patrols. And
Okay.
when they do that, they'll get into conflicts, and you'll help them in those conflicts. And then also randomly you run into hyenas like way more than you would run into the enemies in the Division 1. Control points, that you were talking about. There's a whole bunch of those that are important as well, and that also comes into the same thing with like the bases of like the civilians, because when you defeat them, those control points, you populate them with those civilians, and they'll hold them for you.
So what was weird in the demo is that you have to like help them out. Like you have to give supplies to the control point to keep them upkeep. The more that you give, the more they patrol. And what was weird to me is when I was doing the patrol point, you fire off a flare to signal the closest shanty town or whatever.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
come and help you fucking take the base.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
oh
like that.
shit. And then when I actually cleared the base, the loot was actually worth it. Like it was
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
everywhere. I was like, oh shit. I'm used to the Division. You usually get like one loot box and then like it'll populate you with like 2 extra boxes that you could get. But this had numerous crates, plus I got
Yeah.
loose boxes, plus I got shit, and I didn't have time to go through it. because I had to like fight people on the street.
Well, and in the actual game now, they added in a new aspect to that. When you take over one of those conflict areas or whatever, and you give them enough donations, it'll unlock a new mission.
Okay. Oh shit!
So unlock the mission. I got fucking murdered though, but unlock the mission to basically take over. It was called the Meat Wagon, and I fucked up and I got fucking killed. But you have it's a time thing. So you have like I think it's 15 minutes to get to the location and take over this location. But if you die doing it, then it's done.
That
Question.
sucks. That's cool.
For the hyenas, are they American kind of folks that have taken over, or are they foreign?
They're American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this isn't. What's that? Homefront? It's not Homefront.
I mean, there's a bunch of games where people from somewhere else.
Yeah, no, they're like gangsters. But the biggest difference that I saw from the demo, so I'm gonna play the game tonight, is that when you're playing the Division, you're shooting people in hoodies with fucking axes, and they're taking hella bullets. At least now the characterizations, like, they have armor.
Nice.
I mean, it's not like super armor, but it's enough to where it makes sense that they're soaking up bullets. And headshots actually count now. In the first Division, I would empty a whole clip in someone's face and there'd be 90% like damage. I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?" And I have to reload or run or some shit. And then
even like with headshots too, like it wasn't like one shot, one kill. You have to like shoot them a few times in the head before they went down. But the headshots did do a lot of damage.
It did, but I shouldn't take a whole clip.
Yeah, and on that same vein, like the armor system they have in this game is like really ingenious, because when you hit somebody in the armor, like the armor degrades, and it'll tell you when you're hitting them in the armor because like a little icon will go over with like an armor break symbol, and when you hit like when a heavy, it's usually a boss, they have like a shitload of armor on. If you basically just have to concentrate on one fucking spot. When you concentrate on one fucking spot, eventually the armor will separate, and then you can hit them. Like,
and you see it separate.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Like it'll separate totally, and
like break off.
And it's also like there's little touches where like they have this new class of enemy. They're like a berserker, and they'll inhale this like stuff called spice, and they'll run after you.
It's chrome.
But I noticed a really cool thing about them though.
Yeah.
They carry that chrome in a pack on their side. And if you shoot that pack before they inhale it, it dazes everybody that's around them.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's really cool. And there's like a same thing with like the grenaders. If they're trying to grenade you and you see them, or even if they see you, if you find their grenade pack and you shoot the grenade pack, it fucking blows up.
Nice.
And it's like a really
that's
cool.
cool.
Effect.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
That wasn't. You could do that in a demo.
Yeah.
Shooting the grenade pack.
Yeah, because in the first one you had the cleaners, the guys with the fucking
The
flame
right?
shit, and
Yeah.
if you shoot their packs and you hit it, it catch fire and then it would blow up, and it was really helpful against.
They didn't also see
bosses.
them flying. Like if you hit them at a certain point, they'll like fucking Rocket Man it.
No, they would just.
This is
blow
a different
up.
game.
Yeah, it's a different game. They would just blow up.
So, not to overhype, but I do want to know. I mean, obviously, we've seen a lot of shooter looters on consoles and PCs, but the consoles a lot lately, especially this gen. Is this the best shooter looter of this gen? I mean, because that's what they're going for, right? They're going for a Destiny killer. They're going for an Anthem killer.
Yeah, this
right?
is gonna be an Anthem easily.
Is it a Destiny killer?
It's a way. Yeah, well, it's better than Destiny 2. Listen, I said it before on the podcast. The demo had more content than Destiny 1 had on launch day. Fucking easily. There's nobody can argue that.
Destiny 1 had shit for launch.
This game has so much fucking content. It's so well crafted. There's so much attention to detail in this fucking game. It's really, really fucking good.
Cool.
The cool thing about Destiny was how the community of Destiny came together to fucking mine that one cave.
Yeah,
like everybody would just sit there and
the
just
loot
wait.
cave.
So
And just wait and just start blasting.
I'm
That shit
glad
was so good.
I'm glad you brought that up. Something that's fucked up about Anthem is that there was a similar. Somebody figured out a similar type thing in the game. That was basically like it was something that needed to be patched, and so they basically went through and farmed a bunch of stuff.
Oh, nice.
And EA banned them.
That's
God
what.
damn.
Yeah, they banned them for taking advantage, for basically exploiting the game. I'm like, you need to patch your shit. You can't ban somebody for taking advantage of what's in the game.
He ain't shit sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
that
yeah,
was
that's
real
all
fucked
bad.
up.
What's funny is that when Bungie knew, they fixed it, but then they left a little Easter
Yeah.
egg
Yeah.
for you because you could go and they left you a little message saying that you, like, it was like an in-game thing, and it
Like,
was like it's
something about like no
Master
longer.
Raoul. Yeah, no longer
Yeah.
you can't. This is not the same way to please Master Raoul or
Yeah.
something like that. You know, they did a little fun with the community.
They didn't ban nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
not like that.
I'll give my review obviously next week because most people haven't played the game yet,
It's still early.
and I think it's not fair for me to like get in like super details about the game. I mean, I give you details about the gameplay, which I think it's fair. If you play the demo, you know you probably understand most of it. But yeah, it's so far it's a really good game. When I first heard about the Division 2 coming out, I was like, why? And now I'm just like, oh, I get it. You actually improved upon the first thing. One other small thing that they really improved upon was when you get to like a loot chest or whatever,
Yeah.
or pick up anything, you can look at it immediately and equip it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
or not equip it.
that was
Yeah.
cool with the demo.
Yeah,
How you can equip it right away.
yeah, that was really cool. And another thing was like going through the menus and like going through like all your, because you end up picking up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And being able to like tag them all as junk,
Mm-hmm.
like the things that were like lower class.
That's cool.
And then, oh, see, I didn't know this until like today, I think. But I would go through and individually deconstruct them all.
Okay.
But you can go through and tag them all as like tag multiple items as junk, and then hit one button and deconstruct all of them.
Time
So-
save.
And I was like, that's a super time saver.
So
Yeah.
you can do that. Those are added features to the original
okay.
Division, so it's the same thing. I think this menu system is easier to comprehend
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the one that they added to the original Division got convoluted. You can still do the same stuff. You can pick your stuff. That's how I got so much money. Is just mark stuff as junk. You can go to a seller and just do sell junk like that, and all that's gone. But now they have trinkets, I guess. Stuff that I was selling that stuff before. It's like stuff that you picked up that seemed inanimate, but I guess it's useful to the little shanty towns, and you can just
Yeah,
sell that and get money. Easy.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I gotta do something right now. But,
Okay.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
I'm gonna jump into
Devil May Cry. I gotta hear
Yeah.
it. Let me hear it.
Devil May Cry 5, man. Listen here.
Let me just throw
What the
something in real
fuck?
quick. Sorry, man.
Oh.
I gotta throw this in there. So anybody who was on Facebook today realized that Facebook was down.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is kind of a little nod to Prodigy and Oninja. There's a
No?
meme going around that says friends experiencing Facebook glitch and they think they are in Facebook jail. And there's a picture of what's name saying, "Oh, this is your first time."
Yeah, with the noose around his
Yeah,
neck. First
man.
time.
All right,
Yeah.
Devil May Cry, man.
Devil May Cry 5, man. Listen here. Capcom is back, baby.
They came back. They
They-
came back with Monster Hunter. Now what?
You know what? Monster Hunter sold really well, like gangbusters.
Extremely
It wasn't for
well.
me, but it sold like gangbusters. They hit us already in 2019 with Resident Evil 2, a near fucking perfect game. And then they come through with this, dripping in fucking sauce, with Devil May Cry 5. Hands down, the best Devil May Cry 5 game ever. It's an action-oriented, Bayonetta-like, with complex combat like God of War in some ways. True action game. Ain't no fucking puzzles in this shit. You know what I mean? There's waifu. Oh, okay. Before I even get started, you know, anybody listening to my goddamn voice right now knows that Prodigy loves the waifus. You
But
know
you-
I do.
But you hate women, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
3D women.
Oh.
Are always good. So in this one, you got my girl Nico, and I didn't know what to think of her because I saw her in the fucking demo, the trailers and shit. And I was like, all right, girl with glasses, or whatever. No, this bitch sounds almost Southern retarded because it's like a slow ass fucking drawl and shit. But she's just fucking sweet and sexy and shit. She's the gunsmith. She makes every one of your weapons, every one of your fucking arms or whatever for Nero or whatever.
Oh, shit.
She got tattoos. She's just sexy as fuck, man.
I
You
thought
want to
she-
fuck the dog shit out of her.
I thought she was like part of your crew. I didn't know she was.
She
active.
is. She is. She rolls through in a van and crashes the party. It's almost like the Ninja Turtle van.
That's awesome.
And she'll roll through like the gates of hell up a cliff and shit and be like, "Hey, what you need? I got your customization for you."
That's awesome.
She's fucking great. One of the other new characters that you're gonna fucking love is V, who's a goddamn stand user. He's a JoJo character, goddammit. Y'all didn't think I was gonna put JoJo in this motherfucking cast. Fuck y'all, I'm putting JoJo in this motherfucking cast. This dude has stands. He has a Black Panther stand that literally does his melee attacks, and a vulture fucking bird stand that's making jokes like Iago from Aladdin.
Aladdin.
And shooting out fucking ray guns. But then this this emo Kylo Ren looking motherfucker busts out a goddamn book of poetry mid fucking fight and starts reading that shit. And if you don't get hit while reading your fucking poetry, your devil meter goes up. So you could have a third fucking Stan who's a rock monster come out the fucking earth.
So that did seem. I was about to say, don't you dare disrespect Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. But,
you know I love Supreme Leader.
But what you just described sounded like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren reading like his Sith holocron or his love letter to Rey.
That's it. That's literally what happened.
Powered up.
But then the great thing about it, there's balance to it. Like, he's super OP, but he's also weak as fuck. He's literally a crippled, disabled dude on a cane. And so your stands...
So he's Yoda?
Almost. Your stands get all the fucking attacks. And then once they get the attack level to a certain point, the enemies go into this, like, shadow realm. And then you have to walk up to him on your cane and do the finishing move on your cane with him. And it's like a swipe of the cane. Smooth as fuck, too.
So,
but he's OP.
So I'm confused a little bit about like the characters. So you play 3 characters through the game.
Yes. Think of Grand Theft Auto 5. Basically.
So you can switch.
No, but you can't switch it. You can't. The characters are designated to a level. Although later on in the game you do get to select. But the first, like, I don't know, 12 missions, they tell you you're playing as V, you're playing as Nero, you're playing as Dante.
So there's co-op in the game or no?
There is co-op. It is a odd system. I thought it was going to be a little Bloodborne, Dark Souls-like. People joined my game and helped me fucking kill some demons and shit, which was awesome. But I don't exactly know how it works and how I join others and how I squad up yet. It seems weird. Almost like, remember that weird game that I hated with the good music on PS3? Where you're the
Journey?
Journey, I hated that fucking book. Almost like that in terms of co-op, though.
See, Journey's weird, though, because you can't communicate. They cut out audio communication.
I don't think you can communicate. It's not like a party chat thing. They just joined.
That doesn't sound... That's weird, because that doesn't sound like Capcom doing that. Because normally, in most Capcom games, even when they circumvent, like, they had to do it on the Wii. So they kind of circumvented the Wii's, like, online capabilities. Like, you could talk... But you needed the Wii thing, but you could type to each other.
Well, let me just say this. It's early on, and I haven't gotten used to it or dove into it. I need to maybe watch some YouTube videos. It's not intuitive. Yeah, I will say that, and I could be wrong.
That sounds about right. No, sometimes joining games, because, like, trying to join games, like, I think in the first Resident Evil 5 was a little weird. Then they fixed it.
That's a good example.
It took a minute. It took a minute.
It feels like that.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense, because sometimes they'll do shit, and you're like, how the fuck do I do this?
Yeah.
And, like, other people figure out, usually on a message board, they're like, oh, you got to do this.
Exactly.
This is how you invite someone. And you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
And I will say this. There are some load screens and whatnot in between levels, but it's just dripping in fucking sauce where you're doing your guns. Dante is switching back and forth between demon mode, from some fucking nunchucks, switching styles, big swords, big dick energy. Everything's fucking flowing. Long coats. It's all there. God damn it.
Damn. So the story's good then.
Story is convoluted and stylish, but good. But it's not something where I can follow I didn't play DMC 4, so I can't follow everything. But the waifus make up for it. Like, you know, you're going to want to fuck Nico. If you don't want to fuck Nico, you ain't got no fucking balls. You ain't got a dick no more.
Are you questioning your sexuality?
Yeah, I mean, like, look.
Is that the way you felt after Brie Larson was done with you?
God.
Captain Marvel, your ass.
She didn't have to raw dog me, though. She could have put on a condom.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, she had to go raw. Let you know. God. Let you feel it.
God damn.
So
what's
what's the max, like,
what's your
co-op? Can you do 2 or 3?
I think up to 3. I think up to 3.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
The only thing I will say is I wanted to play as V the whole time. And their styles are very different, and their moves are very different. Picture, like, Grand Theft Auto 5, you know how, like, Franklin, Trevor, and Michael all, like, played the same, even though they said different things in a lot of ways.
Not yet.
Huh?
I haven't played the story yet. I played it online.
How do you not play the greatest game of all time? Anyway, but in this one, they all play extremely differently, but you're going to find, like, the one that you favor and like more than the other two. But then on certain missions, you don't get a fucking choice.
So like Batman, because Catwoman and Batman play differently than each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Robin plays similar to Batman, but not the same.
And also Batgirl.
He's more limited.
Yeah.
Batgirl's too.
She plays similar, but it's a little different.
She does. I feel like she's
faster,
less restrictive than Robin. I felt Robin was a little more restrictive than everybody else. Even Nightwing.
Yeah.
Nightwing had fucking crazy ass moves because you can literally shock like a shit ton of people. They'd be fucked up and you could just run through them. Robin was a little weird because he had the bullet shield, but felt like it didn't do shit.
But once you got used to Nightwing, you kind of wanted to use him more, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. But that's what the little side missions were.
Yeah.
Same with the Batgirl. I felt like Batgirl had more gadgets than Robin, and I felt like she did not as much as Batman though.
Yeah.
So, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Though. So you're liking Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
You're what? Halfway?
I think I'm a little over halfway through, but it's definitely going to be a replayable game, and there's going to be secret stuff I can unlock and all that good stuff, and I got to do the co-op. But
Superfoodas?
Superfoodas, yeah.
So then, if you're in a mission and you're designated the primary, or you started, the other characters are in the game that like you can.
Yes, sometimes you can literally see them.
Well,
sometimes they're doing some other
for
shit.
co-op though. So basically, the other players were the other characters of the game. Is what I'm trying to
that's
say.
what I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and yes, they all were when I saw it in game.
So basically, if you join someone else's game, you could be this V character or whoever else.
That's what I'm thinking and hoping.
Yeah, unless someone
Maybe
already...
it's mission specific though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, you gotta check that out. See, because if that's the case, if someone hasn't already picked that character, because like in Apex, once a character's picked, they're locked.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pick whatever else is available.
I'll also say this too: it feels fast, and then there's no drop off in terms of how like pretty the fucking graphics look, though. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing the combos, you feel in control, and you feel like you're seeing exactly the level of style and frame rate that you would be accustomed to or whatever. So it's all the way around. Fucking good game. I'll probably finish it off this weekend, and I'll keep fucking twitching it out.
Nice.
Oh, did you? I didn't see any Twitch streams from you.
I did it like at least 4 times this weekend.
Huh, that's weird. I didn't see none of that come up.
Maybe 5.
I saw it too.
I wonder if my Twitch is working.
Your fucking Claire playthrough. Did you finish?
I have not finished. I'm right at the Mr. X gonna give it to you part.
Oh, you're almost halfway.
Yeah, about halfway. But I need DMC 5 fucked up my time schedule, but I'll finish it up.
So I feel like in Resident Evil 2, if you're Claire, you meet Mr. X later than Leon.
Oh, really?
I think Leon meets Mr. X earlier than Claire.
That's okay.
I'm not sure yet.
I think in the original game, Leon does meet Mr. or what's the
Tyrant.
Tyrant, Mr. X, same thing.
He meets him earlier, and she meets him later.
She meets him later.
Yeah.
But they meet in the same spot.
Yeah. What's cool is their stories are like totally different.
They are different.
Yeah.
Because they have different
explore different
They have
areas.
different supporting characters. Cause
Well, they also explore different parts of the city too.
So it was fucking me up because there's doors in the fucking game. If you're Claire, you can't fucking open.
Yeah.
And it tells you need this key.
That's that lady strength. Take it through
Ah.
them doors. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Ah.
That is a total fucking joke. Don't get mad at me. I don't give a fuck.
That's all
That's
right.
affirmative action.
Brie Larson can do it
It's not
though.
affirmative
Paw
action.
Prodigy.
It'd be Equal opportunity, or what is it called?
Something.
What's the new one? That
The
they
glass
say?
ceiling or some shit. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no. It's like
Equality.
equal pay.
Yeah.
She didn't get equal pay.
Right.
She did not get no equal keys.
No equal key? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Anyway, great game. I'm giving it like 8.9 right now, but I'm not done with it.
Okay.
So we'll see.
All right.
What do you say? 8.9.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, put that down.
Let us talk about the celebrity college scam.
Ooh.
Boy,
I got some thoughts.
Damn. This.
Set it up.
So this did not come as to a surprise to me.
This shit's fucking crazy.
No, not at all. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, for me, I think
I'm not surprised.
I think it might be because of who's involved.
Well, hold on. Let's first break down what
Okay.
happened.
Okay,
People
go ahead.
that might understand what we're talking about. So there was a huge bust of people that were wealthy people that were bribing colleges to get their children in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Elite colleges.
Yeah, like Stanford, was it
Yale.
USC,
UCLA.
yeah,
Texas.
whole bunch of colleges that parents paid a bunch of money to get their kids into that college. And I'll give you one example that I read was, I forget which kid it was some celebrity chick, where she paid a bunch of money to, first of all, give their child twice the amount of time to finish SATs, and even after that, she had to bribe to up the points of the SAT score by 400 points to get them into this college.
Yep.
So not only did she give them extra time to finish the SATs, but she also had to bribe to up the score to get them into the college.
Well, I know there was another story where the kid got to actually take the test fucking home and had it for like a week.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's some fucking bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Some people actually taking tests for other people as well, and not these are allegations, but not ever playing a sport.
Oh, that one was funny too.
Oh yeah.
The whole Photoshopping.
You got a scholarship to Yale for rowing, but you've never rowed in your life.
Yeah.
Like
They took pictures of somebody like on a row machine, and they photoshopped that shit into like an actual row, like an actual boat, and submitted that as the person being like what do they call it? An all-star athlete.
Yep.
Or some shit to get them into the college.
Yeah. So this brought up for me two things. All right. Obviously, this is extremely wrong, but the first thing is that I'm going to say that I'm not going to call this white privilege, because this is just if you have money, you can do this. And I've known about this for fucking years. If you have enough money, you can do a lot of fucked up shit. I've seen a lot of people get into shit they shouldn't do, that they shouldn't be into, regardless of whatever ethnicity it might be. And the second part, probably the most important part, is the fact that there's a serious problem with college in America. And I think that a lot of people, first of all, they shouldn't go to college. They shouldn't even consider college from the get-go. A lot of people. Because I know a lot of people that are adults right fucking now, people that are my age, that are either still going to college or went to some college and ended up dropping out. And they should have never went to fucking college.
I personally attack.
It's just there's colleges for some people, and it's for certain drop Quincy.
You killed him.
Oh no, he's drinking. He's on that. He's high,
Yeah.
drunk off that sake.
But there's a lot of people that are just they're so pushed towards going to college for no reason. They don't really understand why. And these parents that are pushing these kids to go to college, it's like, what's the fucking reason? Like, why are you actually going to college? Like, those kids do not, first of all, they don't deserve to go to college. And second of all, they shouldn't go to college because they probably don't even have the will to go to college.
Well, let's back up a little bit and break some of that down. On the last part, we're talking about, in all of these examples, colleges that accept usually less than like 3 or 4% of their applicant or the people who apply.
Yeah.
So they may have had, some of them may have had the qualifications to go into a school that maybe accepted 25%, 30% of all applicants.
Well, that's another thing I was going to get into. Is it's a status symbol for a lot of people.
Sure.
It's like getting into these colleges, but it's like, why is it a status symbol to get into a college?
I mean, obviously the admission standards and the prestige associated with certain schools leads to, for a lot of people, leads to different opportunities.
I think I have to argue. Okay, so if y'all didn't know, Prodigy went to college. He graduated college. He has a degree.
Master's, right?
Yeah, he has a degree in human resources, right?
And bullshit.
Which is funny if you know.
It is funny if you know him.
Yeah, I did not go to college, so obviously we're both going to have slightly skewed opinions. So this is just a fair warning to anybody that.
I don't think anybody said anything that's like
Disparaging?
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, definitely I'm going to have a skewed
Okay.
opinion.
I guess I should throw my. I also recently graduated college, so that's another thing as well. And I'm actually part of that last part that Cronus talked about, someone who's around his age that just finished college. So there you go.
I did not finish college.
Which is totally fine. I mean,
True.
I did my 2 years though. I got my AA.
what I will agree with though is I think that, obviously, not everybody, very few people are going to go to the top 10 schools.
Oh yeah.
There's only a certain amount of spots. And
Yeah.
if you don't have the absolute best of the best of the best types of grades and qualifications, then you don't need to go to Harvard or MIT.
And it also depends on what ethnicity you are if you're the best of the best of the best.
What do you mean?
So if you're Asian, you have to be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best.
There are a lot of lawsuits and problems going on right now with several elite colleges for the Asian communities. You're absolutely right about that. No doubt about it. I will say, though, for these allegations, I think there's 50. All of them, I think.
Wait, there's got to be more than 50.
I thought for this case, I'm sure there are more than 50, but for this case with the FBI, I thought it was 50.
So you saw how many were from the Bay Area alone, right? I think at least more than 20.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, there's.
Maybe
No,
there's.
I thought there was 13.
Was it?
Yeah.
I could have
13
sworn there
from
was like 20 something.
I mean, we can look. You got the
might
internet.
have-
You
it
got
might
the
have
internet.
changed.
And what's fucked up is that the news put these people on blast.
Oh, yeah.
First
Oh,
and
yeah.
last name.
I don't think
how
that's
much
fucked
they,
up.
The only,
I mean,
I really
I
don't.
thought
Hold
it
on.
was kind of fucking.
I
One of
think, hold on, I think it's kind of fucked up because unless you have a conviction, you shouldn't put somebody's name out there.
Exactly. I
Well,
mean,
no,
you should-
wait. Hold on.
I mean,
if you're, we put Jussie is accused. He's not convicted yet. We talked shit about
he
him.
he claimed to be
Oh,
victim.
wait, no. I'm actually glad you brought that up because with Jesse, we at least know the evidence that the cops know, right?
Yes, but he's still not convicted, right?
Right.
No.
But we've seen the tapes. We've seen the evidence.
Okay.
Right. We haven't seen the evidence necessarily for these other folks.
But we do this all the time with people who aren't convicted, like literally on the news with
Yeah.
like
It's-
robberies.
Yeah,
and,
and sometimes we're wrong. Because remember, I'm glad you brought up Jussie Smollett because with him, when it first came out, with his what he said happened,
Yeah.
wasn't true.
I agree.
So
But
what are they?
it's still, I don't think it's irresponsible during someone being accused to say that this is the person being accused. I don't think you have to wait until after the conviction to say, this is the person we're talking about.
So
well, hold on. It never comes out that this person is innocent until proven. This is the way everybody frames it. Is this person has been accused, but it's people forget that they're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
but-
still accused.
Yeah,
But then again,
in this
I mean-
instance, it seems like it's locked. You know what I mean?
mean-
It seems like it.
The news does this with other stuff, like for like the example for like the NFL owner that got caught going to like a massage parlor or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they listed him out of him going to these sex shops stuff like that. So I mean, it's kind of the same boat. Like the news is known for doing shit like
Which
that.
I wanna-
in that case, I don't have a problem with that. The guy's wife died. Let him get some ass.
yeah. So to piggyback off what Blue said, there was
If they're legal.
There was a raid
Yeah.
in San Jose a few years ago on one of those massage parlors.
Yeah.
That are rub and tug homes, right? Or houses or whatever. When they went in, they didn't release the names of their quote unquote Johns that they caught. They just said a bunch of men and they gave a number of how many.
But there are also plenty of places where they literally will put John's faces and names on billboards in communities. I think those may be after convictions. I don't know, but they'll also put out there with allegations like the one that Blue brought up. He's not been convicted of anything.
No, he's
the
not.
Patriots guy. They put him out. They put him out on
They
blast.
did.
Yeah,
They did.
And his crime, to me, it's not even fucking. Unless the girl was either some kind of sex slave or underage.
Well, yeah, it was a sex slave.
Okay, if it's
Accused.
yeah, if it's not of her own, like if she didn't consent to having sex, then yeah, the guy's a piece of shit. But if she did and she's a fucking hooker, I don't really give a fuck. I really don't.
And also, how do you know whether someone is or is not a sex slave if you go into a massage parlor?
That's hey, I told the story on this podcast when I went to fucking Guam, right? I told you about.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Last week.
So
So back to the.
I didn't
college-
fucking know.
Back to the college thing.
I didn't fucking know either.
Well, one interesting thing about the college story is that probably one of the celebrities that were on that list was shocking to me. It's what is it, Auntie Becky from Fuller House?
Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, she was on that list and she surrendered herself to the police department or whatever. But I'm like, what money does she have?
Oh, big money, man. Look,
she got money.
network television that show was on for 10 years.
It was
Yeah.
syndicated.
Yeah, syndicated all over the world.
And on more than one channel.
Yeah.
I just
Multi-million dollar.
I just assumed she didn't have money.
That's how.
Nah,
that's how.
she been have money.
That's how Shatner got money. That's how the Star Trek crew got money.
Ben had
Syndication.
money. Yeah, syndication, especially for network TV. Syndication.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
big money.
I'm sad about Arrow ending, but it's syndicated on TNT.
But dude, the memes that have been coming out for this has been fucking funny, especially for Auntie Becky, because like the one I just seen recently had Michelle Tanner with 2 guns saying like I'm here to free my Auntie Becky or something like that. Fucking hilarious.
I mean, I will say this though: if you're a really smart person and you have worked your fucking ass off to try to go to Stanford or Caltech or MIT,
like there's
and somebody else is going and only because they literally had some Russian bot take their SAT test for them and fake like they're a athlete in rowing when they've never fucking rowed before. Or that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Or their daddy gave them $400,000 for a new gym and they didn't take any tests or whatnot.
Well, they've tried to exclude that part of it where they put their name on a building and they say that that's not part of this investigation.
But isn't that like the same fucking window though?
But
that part isn't illegal.
But coincidentally, their kid gets in with like no fuss, no muss.
Yeah. There's also legacy programs. That very few people want to.
I get the legacy program, but usually those are people
still fucking shady though.
They graduated and then their offspring gets the offer to come in either gratis or reduced tuition.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem.
Versus paying bots and all this other shit.
I knew that colleges were fucked up for a long time, especially when you look at how much a college coach gets paid compared to the rest of the staff. Well, it's magnitudes more.
I say it's more of an egregious issue when you're talking about college football and basketball than like volleyball or anything else. But I think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, especially because they don't pay the actual athletes.
True. And not only that, there's also depending on which institution. So if you're going to like, I don't know, fucking Hilltop College or whatever, and they have like sporting, but they're not winning, they're like the bottom of ACC or NCAA, that coach isn't getting paid millions. Yeah. And the staff is probably getting paid roughly the same, including the coach. Coaches. Plural.
Well, if the school makes a lot of money, they can buy certain students and get, I guess, draft them or some shit.
The fucked up part of the story about for me is that, especially the story that I just told, is that this kid, she got double the time to do the SATs. She still scored around 1,000. They upped her score by 400 points to get her in the school. It's like, okay, so that kid clearly is not receptive to the normal education system, all right, and she should not go to that college, or probably a college in general. And I think that, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, listen, I didn't go to college. I never even took the SATs or any fucking thing.
Yeah,
but hold on, let me just finish my thought. I think that parents should really pay attention to their children more, and make sure that they're fucking happy. I think that is a way more important thing to pay attention to than I need to get them into this prestigious school. Fucking why? Just make sure your child is happy. Figure out what they want to do for a living. And if they want to do some shit that is probably outside their wheelhouse, you need to be honest with them. Listen, I was honest with my oldest daughter when she told me what she wanted to do for a living. She told me she wanted to be like either like what I did or her mom did. And I was like, listen, don't follow our paths. Like, make your own path, and whatever you want to do in your own path, I'll support you 100%. Even if you happen to pick my path, it's fine. I'll support you, but I don't want you to look back on your life and think that I forced you into doing something that you did not want to do. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If you happen to choose the IT path, I can make it way easier, but that probably isn't what you want to do. And last year, she wanted to do some shit that was not what me or her mom did. And I was super fucking happy for that shit. Because it was something that she chose to do. And it happens to be, the path might be in a college, which is great, but it might not be. But you need to figure out what your kids actually fucking want, listen to them, and then realize realistic goals. Like, listen, if you want to be, a doctor, go to college. But if you want to be some shit that you don't need a degree for, listen, if you want to be in the IT field, you don't fucking need a degree for that shit. And I'll tell anybody that. Like, I didn't get a degree in computer science, and I make a decent amount of money. And people that go to college for a computer science degree, you're at least 4 years behind the curve for someone that did not go. But that my field is kind of specific though.
Industries vary.
Yeah.
Parents vary. Kids vary.
Money don't.
Yeah.
Money
exactly.
varies.
I guess it varies on how much you got.
I'm all on board with almost everything you said right there in terms of talking to your kid and all that good stuff. Lying about it, cheating the system. I'm never going to be on fucking board with that. It's fucked up. It's wrong. It's evil. I'm glad these folks got busted. I don't have any sympathy in terms of them being out in the media and being embarrassed. They fucked up. They did. If you're going to do dirt, you know, then yeah, being put on blast as someone who did this dirt, not the kid. I just want to point that out. The kids aren't on blast right now.
The kids are actually they're the victim, really.
Yeah.
in this.
Well, yes and no.
If they didn't know.
Well,
Well, actually, no.
yeah.
That one case should have.
Yeah,
She would have known.
Yes
Yeah.
and no. I mean, they're benefiting from cheating. You know, they're the benefitter. They're benefiting from cheating, and they're still getting the prestigious educational opportunity that they didn't deserve.
And they'll have to keep cheating
Yeah.
all throughout their college career. Because listen, if you are not intelligent enough to get into college for whatever reason, you're probably not going to be intelligent enough to complete whatever degree you want
well,
to do.
I hear.
I got it.
Well, let me just say this.
There's
though.
like other avenues.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna say- You still may be able to finish college, depending on your. You could major in whatever the fuck else you want to, and it may take you longer. You may get a whole bunch of tutors because you have obviously a lot of resources. Maybe some of them. In fact, I will say some of them probably did finish. But even folks who have incredible grades and whatnot, sometimes college eats you a fucking alive.
Yeah.
It
That's
really
true.
experiences fucking vary.
There's been, I have met people that are really smart and yet still get rejected from prestigious college.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because they weren't smart enough. It's because either the college has some kind of weird quota that they tell them,
Yeah, but
or they've, missed some kind of like red tape thing, like
No,
a
but that-
form they didn't fill out. Like usually something fucking little.
These kids are bypassing that, though.
No,
That's
I
what
get
I'm
that,
saying, yeah.
but I'm saying overall, in general, it's not necessarily you don't get in because you're not really smart. Most people kind of prep.
No,
These kids,
that wasn't what I was saying, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
So, but there's also these kids, like you're saying, if they didn't know, like if their parents come to them and say, hey, everything's taken care of. And you're like, what does that mean? They're all, keep doing what you're doing. And you are misled thinking that you're doing the utmost and really you're getting behind the scenes this like leg up.
I'm gonna call some bullshit. Your ass don't know how to row, and you got a rowing scholarship.
That's just that
Your
one-
ass knows that you didn't go to take the SATs and someone
Yeah,
took it for
that's
you.
what I was
Yeah.
saying.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I can't cry victim too hard for these folks. They're in the schools.
Yeah.
Like, it was successfully done, the cheating.
But I'm talking about kids that didn't know that their parents were doing some backroom shit, thinking that they like Kronos had pointed out, like they may not have been smart enough. They thought that they did good, but all of a sudden the parents get a hold of their reports first.
Yeah.
Then their parents go and talk to people. Their parents write a check. They come back to the kid.
No, let me be real. Some of them mamas was sucking fucking dick. Let's be real. Admission counselors were getting slurped up.
I'm pretty sure they were.
No,
Becky
no.
from goddamn
Full
House.
No.
You know you was on them knees, girl.
Come
That's
on.
what I'm saying. Where that money come from? She ain't
We
working.
gotta call her Becky with the good slurp.
Oh, come on.
But
Let's be real.
there's one-
You know, both of them got that. The mom and the dad went down and did some sucking.
fucking
You know, they went to a cup
Fire
party.
festival shit.
You know, either the mom had to take BBC and the dad had to watch, or they both had to take BBC.
Well, I think, like I said before, this is a huge problem with America right now. Like we're setting these children up for unrealistic expectations,
Wait.
and it's a plague within the school system. It really is, because when you start going to elementary school, going through high school, everybody's pushing you to go to college, but not everybody should go to college. If you look at the
agree.
statistics, like not everybody should go to college. Like
I agree.
I think that the average graduating rate of, from high school through college, if it's 50%, I'd fucking be surprised.
No, it ain't no 50%.
It's probably way less than that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do we keep pushing every child to go to college?
I will say this: it really depends. Experiences do vary because, in a lot of ways, folks from truly impoverished backgrounds, they don't have a whole lot of guidance counselors pushing them to college.
Yeah.
They don't. But and even the ones from good backgrounds, you can't cut it. You can't cut it.
Well, no. Well, you can say that, but just the school system alone, like we're all told to take the SATs, the ACTs. It's just the system in general pushes you to keep furthering your education. But it doesn't tell you that there's different types of ways to further education.
I still got to push back though. I don't think it's telling all of us to take our SATs. I really don't. I think it depends on where
it depends because you got to pay to take the SATs.
But I think it depends on what schools and what teachers and guidance counselors you're experiencing.
Yeah, because some teachers I've known people that I grew up with. They were telling them college isn't for you, but they offer a different schooling, like vocational school, like learning a different kind of trade. Maybe not going to colleges for them. Maybe studying, hands-on type things or whatever they
hand jobs.
Well, that definitely.
Like mom and dad.
So I went to Newark Memorial, and everybody that I knew took the SATs, ACTs, all that shit. They're pushing people to go to college.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that shit ain't for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't take any of that shit.
I feel you.
Well, there was one story, one celebrity's kid who actually, I guess they kind of thrived in college, and they are pretty successful now. Like they started up their own business, and like they're a multi-million-dollar. Like they started up a multi-million-dollar company.
They had a okay.
But they
fine,
cheated on
finish the
this?
story.
Yeah, they're part of the cheating.
Yeah.
They're part of the cheating scandal. But like they took stuff they learned in college, was able to build a successful company. But that's like one fucking story.
Yeah, but the problem is though, when somebody says shit like that, they already had a head start.
Of course
yeah.
they did.
Yeah,
like fucking Kylie Jenner. Fuck
yeah.
them.
Their parents were wealthy.
Yep.
And they put them in a wealthy college.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so they were already given all the tools that they had, but
Plus cheated on top of that.
Yeah, plus cheated. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, like that whole the Kylie Jenner thing. I'm glad you brought that up because
'cause that shit
people
bugs
were
the shit
saying
out of
that
me.
she's the youngest billionaire ever.
Self-made-
I'm like,
self-made
she's
billionaire.
not fucking self-made.
No.
She's not self-made. Get the fuck out of here.
Comes from fucking money.
Like if you'd have called her Kylie Bailey,
yeah.
nobody would have bought her shit.
Of course.
Nobody would have bought her shit. The
She
fuck
would.
outta
She
here.
wouldn't have even been like an Instagram thought ass model. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Yeah.
Especially the way she used to look. Like people want to pretend like all the Kardashians were hot as fuck when they were born.
Nope.
No.
You know, it's like
a
they
lot of
all
surgery.
had heavy plastic surgery.
Yes. Even the mama.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
And we know Bruce.
they're all fake ass people.
Yeah.
Bruce,
Damn,
well,
pushing
actually, wait, he didn't.
respect on some
He didn't
Caitlyn.
complete the task, I guess. 'Cause
Oh, he still got his bitch.
yeah, he still
Well,
does.
Dennis Rodman will be happy with that.
Oh.
Somebody's gonna get mad about us saying it. I don't give a fuck though.
Hey, we got to be real on the mic.
She or he or whatever you want to call him, the person
Caitlyn.
still got a dick. So
Yeah, you can say the name.
yeah,
Hey, we
Caitlyn
got-
still got a dick.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think. Caitlyn's in what 70 or something like that. It's up there, and it's over 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of surgery they may not recover from or whatnot. It could be bad.
Look, I don't know why people didn't learn the lesson. Kanye's mama didn't make it through cosmetic surgery. And that was elective cosmetic stuff. All surgery you're taking some risks when you go under.
There was a guy who was a billionaire
The older
who
you get, of
wanted to
course.
get a dick enlargement surgery.
Yep.
And he died
that's
on the
right.
table. He had a heart attack. And somebody's like, you can get a surgery to have your dick bigger? Yes, technically you can have a surgery to get your dick longer.
Yeah.
You can detach it from like your taint area, and it makes it longer by a couple of inches.
See, the ones that I saw is they do an implant in between and they expand the skin.
You're just looking at dicks online.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, you don't have to see it. It was fucking animated.
You don't have to see it, but you did though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the next video after fucking Captain Marvel fucking ran through Prodigy. I mean, I kept it going.
Yeah, but it's a hot scandal. It's going on right fucking now. You know what I mean? It's still rolling.
I think what shook me is that there was these Hollywood not big, but known Hollywood actresses that were involved that you would probably never think were involved in this kind of shit. Like the other one was William H. Macy's wife, Felicity Hoffman.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did that? She just came off, doing big things.
Let me say this. I'm a parent, goddammit. Obviously, Kronos is too.
I am.
Yeah. you do want the best for your children, and obviously, parents have different definitions of what the best is for their children. Everybody's different on that, and I get that. I can see where you're coming from when it comes to loving your child, wanting the best for them, blah, 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 wanting them to be a successful adult. However, again, you take things way fucking too far when you're talking about literally cheating the system. And we've talked a lot of shit about the fucking parents doing this. The fucking schools are pieces of shit too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
No,
I don't know why they're getting the fuck. Nobody's hitting them up with
Stanford
this bullshit.
was one of the schools, and I was like,
yeah.
Listen, I said this for a long time. If I would have gone to college, if I would have wished to go to college, I would have wanted to go to Stanford.
Hell yeah.
Really would have. That's where my mom, my dad. That's where Prodigy worked before. I fucking love the campus. It's a really cool ass school. But I was like, damn.
Yeah. It's real.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
seriously.
I don't know.
This is ugly.
Them cyclists, I usually want to clothesline because they usually don't give a fuck on campus.
This motherfucker.
Those motherfuckers. It's like, you see me walking, bitch.
I don't give.
They
Hey,
knock you the
blood
fuck out.
is super easy to clean off your fucking car, bro. Yeah, super easy.
Stanford does have some fucking pretty hot nerdy chicks though.
Oh,
too,
hell yeah.
on
Of
top of that.
course.
Yeah.
You
but-
talking people from around the world
Yeah.
coming to
That's where I was
Stanford.
first introduced to Ike's sandwiches.
Yes,
I
yeah.
got to meet Ike
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. So.
It's some
What's
sad shit.
What's
man.
the name of the scandal they're calling the whole college thing?
I don't fucking
No,
know.
they just call it college scam or something.
No, it's got something funny, like a really funny name, like a
Look
good like Twitter, like hashtag Instagram type shit.
You have to look it up, man. The internet was down for me most of the day with Facebook and Instagram and shit. So,
Oh, damn.
Facebook put everybody
alright.
in jail.
Let's
Yeah.
move on to the next.
You gonna do the Marvel?
No. I actually want to talk about because it's been on here for a couple of weeks and we're a little bit late to it.
What's this?
Was the Momo challenge?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. We
Because
behind on that.
I actually called it out before people called it out.
What
Because I was
this?
like, this is bullshit. So
Well, set it up.
Basically, they were saying that kids are watching YouTube videos, and all of a sudden, Momo, which is like this creepy-looking face, it was a sculpture that this guy made, would come up, and then, okay, still a person.
I don't remember his name, but it was some Japanese artist.
I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, I just want to throw some details in there. That's well, just a pregnancy, and it was a Japanese person.
All right, but
It looked like some from Japanese animation.
Dude, it looked like the Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
That's what it does.
Oh, that's
Beetlejuice.
right. That's
Sorry.
where
well, Beetlejuice, or it's like a mix between Beetlejuice and the girl from
Oh, The Ring?
The Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Samara.
Yeah. So people were trying to say that they were telling kids to commit suicide and hurt themselves and all this shit. And I was like, I watch YouTube literally almost every day with my child.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking kids videos. Not once have I fucking seen any kind of Momo shit. Not once have I seen any kind of video that's saying hurt yourself or anything like that. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And the story came out that the only people that were fooled about the Momo challenge were parents. Like, because you're fucking dumbasses. Like, first of all, the people that they went on camera was like, oh yeah, I saw that my kid was watching a video and all of a sudden they were saying to hurt yourself. I'm like, well, where's the video? Like, you can easily just pull the video again, record it, and fucking bam.
Where's the receipts?
You have proof. But there was never a single shred of proof on this shit.
Yeah.
And that was my first clue that this is fucking bullshit. And I watch videos with my kid all the time. And YouTube will not tolerate that kind of shit. Like, they're pretty strict about shit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how it even got to, like, the mainstream media, but people ate that shit up like it was some real fucking thing.
Well, I know part of the challenge too was that, like, you're supposed to call your friend and pretend like you're Momo, and you have to tell them like to do certain things, or that you were to come and kill them or something, or their family if you didn't do
It's
it.
like a chain letter bill.
I
Yeah,
ain't buying-
basically, yeah,
I ain't
exactly.
buying that shit either.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it was stupid.
People just wanted attention for whatever. They will use whatever reason, including their children, because they literally had kids on these mainstream media fucking sites saying that they saw this Momo person, but they're fucking lying.
Fake news.
They're totally fucking lying.
Well, there was also that 48-hour missing challenge that was going around too for a little bit.
Who was missing?
So that's the thing. Like, apparently there was a challenge that was
Your
going
nut was
around.
missing, bro.
So the rules of the challenge was that like you were supposed to like go missing. Like if you're a kid, you go missing for like 48 hours, and you got points based off of like if the police was called, if there's like Facebook posts about it, if there's like videos posted about you going missing for these 48 hours, you got points for that. But this whole entire challenge was a fucking like a giant scam. Like nobody ever did it. There's never any record of anybody ever taking this 48 challenge. But it blew up the internet. Like news outlets were warning parents about the 48 challenge. They were talking about it on the radio. But it just turned out to be a giant fucking hoax.
Look,
well, they're so dumb.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I will go.
But it
back
sounds
to,
something that kids would do.
I'll go back to the '80s on this shit. I mean, I don't believe there were a whole lot of kids that received razor blades in a whole lot of fucking candy at Halloween.
Yep.
They talk
I
about
don't
that
believe
too.
it. I really don't.
There's no records of somebody reporting that ever happening.
Yeah,
like when they go back and look at police records.
That was a hoax, but I remember the news reports and my mom being like, "What the fuck?"
It still is on to this day.
Yeah,
like I will still see news stories about shit that was in some candy, and they'll show pictures. And I'm like, this doesn't have so when they show the picture, it's like obviously it wasn't in your kid's mouth because it's still in the candy.
Yep.
So how the fuck did you magically figure out that it was this fucking candy?
Yeah, it's always staged.
Yeah, it's
definitely
bullshit.
staged. Yeah.
How it gets on media is beyond me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I remember that. Like, oh, make sure to check your kids' candy for like needles or somebody syringing drugs inside the Snicker bars.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to get an X-ray machine? Do you want me to break apart all their fucking candies? Like, no.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
And they did it. They still do it. I mean, you still hear weird reports of that shit every fucking Halloween time.
The only thing you need to worry about is motherfuckers giving out raisins and like toothbrush and toothpaste.
Oh yeah,
those motherfuckers are crazy.
Those motherfuckers are dentists.
Yeah, dentists and shit.
Giving out pennies
Actually,
and shit.
You know what's funny? You would think dentists would give out more candy.
Exactly.
It helps them. It's good for business. Yeah.
That's like what is it? Houdini. I think his dad was like the town's like window replacer. And Houdini himself would like go around like throwing rocks at the fucking store window to help his fucking dad's business.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's do this one though. Marvel. Basically, it looks like this is confirmed. I don't think this is speculation. The What If series, which was beloved in the comics for years and years and years, is coming to Disney Plus. I got fucking kind of a hard on for this. This actually seems interesting.
It's gonna be a series or is it just comic?
I believe it's
Disney
gonna be
Plus series.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. Usually like short stories, but it's funny how like they evolved the what ifs into now like whoever kills the universe.
Yeah,
it was really cool because Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, and now Cosmic Ghost Rider kills the Marvel universe. That's the one that dropped, I believe, today.
Yeah,
I picked up. I haven't read it yet because it's today. So. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see like the what if stories and like how they could do it.
I love all of this, especially now that it looks like. Sorry, there was some other news that's kind of related, which is I think they confirmed March 20th, I believe, is the official date for the Fox
Disney
acquisition.
Plus? Oh, the acquisition. I think it's the 20th or the 28th. Something in the 20s.
This month.
Yes. Oh, end of this month, for sure.
With that being official, you have even more toys to play with on the What If stories as well. So, I mean, they could go anywhere with this.
So, was Marvel Zombies a What If, or was that like... Because that was an event back in
It was an event.
2000, but like everybody died, though. Pretty much.
It's an event, but you could also easily call it a What If, too.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
This version could be a What If.
Hold on, Ninja. Let's follow that same logic. Secret Wars. Everybody died.
Yeah.
But wasn't the universe reset, though?
That's how comics work.
That's true.
A lot of comics work that fucking way.
Yeah, very few people stay dead besides Uncle Ben and
Marvel.
Yeah, same thing with Infinity Wars. Everybody died.
Yeah. But we got a Spider-Man movie coming in July.
Yeah. And a Black Panther.
Yeah.
What I think there were some images that were leaked from the Avengers. What's the next movie called? Endgame, where they show a picture of fucking Killmonger's in it.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Killmonger's in the still.
Wow.
It's Captain America, Killmonger, Falcon, and I think Scarlett Johansson.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow's in it.
There's the distinct possibility that Killmonger didn't die.
Yes.
Yeah. Try to read the comics anyway.
Yeah. There's outs. I mean, especially from the
there's
comics.
huge speculation that Endgame will go some kind of time traveling route.
I'm down. I want it to be 3 hours. I'm down for whatever weird twist, and it's going to be different from any comic.
I hope Barry Flash fucking fucks up the timeline again and bring back all these Marvel characters and shit.
I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Even Quicksilver come back.
Wait. Oh, Quicksilver could come back.
You know what? I forgot about that motherfucker.
Yeah, he died in Age of Ultron.
Nobody gave a shit about that movie.
You don't want to know why nobody cared?
What?
Because he got killed by bullets.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you're supposed to be Quicksilver. Somebody shot you? Get the fuck out of here.
Didn't see that coming.
He could have easily fucking grabbed him and got out of the fucking way.
That's like Wolverine dying by fucking syphilis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
what the fuck?
Or Angel dying in a plane crash.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some bullshit, too.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
I mean, we'll see. There's not even a teaser trailer thing, but
Just an announcement.
Even the announcement has me quasi excited, and I've been kind of down on Disney Plus because. You know, I don't want to pay any more subscriptions for anything.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's
This is
different.
interesting.
I only have one real subscription, and that's
Hentai Haven?
No, oh, speaking of it, we'll talk about that in a second. But no, I just have Netflix. So everyone else has.
Yeah, everybody's got fucking Netflix.
Everyone's got Netflix, but everyone
Okay,
else besides
Amazon.
me has something else. They have Amazon, they have Hulu. I don't have none of that shit. They have a bunch of shit. So Disney.
Is that because you don't want it or because you're poor?
It's because I don't want it.
Okay.
I don't give a
So you
shit.
got all kinds of money.
No, I have, well, no, I have other people's accounts. So
There
I don't
you
have
go.
to pay.
Beef.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're cheating like Becky.
No, they gave it to me. It was a gift.
Becky gave it to
I
her
didn't-
children
Yeah,
too.
all she had to do was suck some dick for it.
I didn't do none of that.
Oh.
I wasn't you sucking on Bree's dick.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here with
Cosmic
that.
dick.
Cosmic dick don't taste good.
Got that infinity nut.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh,
That was on my PlayStation.
oh,
I
shit.
saved it. It's
Oh,
all
you
good.
said it.
All right.
It's
There you go.
fucking
There you
dry. Good to go.
Woo.
If you
All
aren't
right.
listening, I'm gonna spill my fucking beer on my PlayStation Pro.
Yeah.
So
All bad.
that'd have been all bad.
It would have
All
been
bad
super
indeed.
But
bad.
I have another PlayStation, so it's okay.
Since we're kind
Go
of
ahead.
talking about taking something deep, I mean, we're
What
we're
the fuck?
a little late on this, but
Damn.
Trump once again had fucking fast food at the White House for another goddamn championship team.
What did I tell y'all weeks ago? Fast food at the White House is now called a presidential.
This is true.
It is.
I
God.
done told y'all.
Could you imagine, like, I think this was a high school, right? It was North Dakota State
I think
Bishop
it's college.
baseball
Yeah, I
team.
thought it was a college
Football
team.
team.
College.
Okay.
But could you imagine, like, going to the fucking White House and just eating goddamn Big Macs and Chick-fil-A?
Well, that's not the weird thing to me. The weird thing to me is on Fine China with like,
So,
like,
that is
you know,
yeah.
I mean, who on earth eats fucking fast food on real deal China?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
some paper plate bullshit.
That's
Yeah,
not even
so-
that. You eat it in the fucking wrapper that it
Yeah,
comes in.
on the go.
Yeah.
At the bus stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny to me is like I've heard reports that this is some of the same stuff like FDR, JFK. They were eating off of this stuff when they had delegates over historic
Yeah,
events.
and you have
this
chefs.
yeah, and then they got fucking fast food.
See,
all fucking this
listen,
The
place.
first time it happened, it kind of made sense because there was like
No,
a
it did
strike
not.
going
No, it
on.
did
No,
not
no,
make sense.
no,
It
no,
was an
because there was
excuse.
a strike, so maybe like you don't want
No.
to pay the chefs like that. I mean, it shouldn't have fucking happened, but like this is like what the fuck?
Listen, if I had Donald Trump's money, I would come out of my pocket to pay the chefs to make a decent meal.
Yes.
So I'm in the IT world, obviously, right? So I've been wined and dined by other companies before. My vendors. Vendors are people that sell me shit. I'm not familiar with the term. And so I've literally had a vendor fly me out to, a different state, put me in a hotel,
Yep.
wine and dine me.
Give you horse. I'm sorry.
Wait, maybe. No.
And Coke.
Yeah.
And Coke. Don't
Yeah,
forget Coke.
yeah, definitely Coke.
Yeah.
No, I've never done Coke. But they come out, they wine and dine you to like show you a good time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And the fact that our president all of a sudden doesn't do that and he wants to serve fast food. Listen, I understand that you like fast food. You might call it, oh, it's so American, blah blah blah. But it's so lowbrow. You know what I mean? Like, fast food is good. Like, if you're in a fucking hurry,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Or if you want to have a guilty pleasure.
Or if there's nothing else open.
Yeah.
And you haven't eaten.
after the club,
Yeah.
Jack in the Box.
But if I want to get a decent meal, like something's good, I need a chef to prepare me a meal. Like I'm not gonna ask a McDonald's like minimum wage worker to cook me something. You know what I mean? Like I want to have something that's good. And I'm sorry, but most fast food ain't that fucking good.
It gives you the bubble guts.
Yeah, and so, some of it. Don't get me wrong. In-N-Out is fucking great. The burgers. I love me a Baconator every now and again, but I'm not gonna eat a bacon. If somebody's like, "Yo, you're gonna die tomorrow. What do you want to eat?" It's not a fucking Baconator. Yo, you want to go to the fucking White House? What do you want to have at the White House? No.
Prime rib,
Not
bitch.
a Baconator. No, not even a prime rib. Motherfucker, I want a fucking porterhouse steak.
There you
Right?
go.
Because it's fucking 2 steaks.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's 2
Yeah,
steaks.
2 pounds.
Yeah.
2 pound of beef. Ain't that right, bro?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how our collective standards have lowered so much to where we can serve fast food in the White House. People are just like, all right, let's just replace all the couches in the White House with beanbags.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
it, why
Or
not?
even the ones that you have to blow up and shit.
I used to have one of those
Inflatable
chairs.
chairs. Yeah. I mean, they're cool for like a second, but then they start stretching out and then all.
You sit on them with some sharp keys, it's over, bro.
So I'm just looking up right now. I just wanted to look up a flight from North Dakota to Washington D.C. It's a fucking it's a 5-hour flight.
Yep.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's about right. 5-6
Okay,
hours.
about 5-hour
DC?
flight.
That's right.
5-hour flight.
Well, there's a stop. So no.
Oh yeah, it's a one stop. So
It's a
4 hours.
4-hour flight.
4 hours. Yeah, okay.
3-hour flight.
You fly that fucking far to go somewhere. You probably have to pay for like a hotel room. You have to
No.
like make sure you have like a good suit and stuff like that.
Even if the school pays. Or
Yeah,
whoever.
even if,
Don't
even if the
matter.
school
Somebody
pays, you pay all this fucking money. You spend time of your life to get to the location, just to get fucking a Big Mac and a goddamn Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
How pissed are you?
Well, I'd be weirded out. I mean, so back to when there
I
was
would stay at home and fucking.
if there was back when there was a government shutdown, even no, this is still coming out of pocket. Even if Trump did not want to pay his executive chefs or whatnot, if he went local and got food trucks from the local community, I'd be okay with that because he's reinvesting into the community. And there's some actually fairly quality food trucks.
Absolutely.
I mean, our boy Matt was in like a food truck challenge, and
Bruh.
they make quality food.
If I was a billionaire, I would fly Matt out here in a fucking heartbeat
Hell yeah.
and make him have a food truck empire
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
or a restaurant empire, whatever he wanted. I give him fucking.
Dude, we should.
Y'all have not eaten his food.
No, I have not.
I've seen the
I want.
pictures.
I've seen
Fucking
pictures.
good.
I've seen pictures. Like his keto plates look fucking amazing.
Yeah, he needs to come out here. He's been talking about coming out here for a while.
Yes.
He's got somewhere to stay. Just saying, Matt and Becky and Joe.
And Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
y'all
can't
need to
forget
come out.
Joe.
Yeah, y'all need to come out here.
What's cool? They posted up a new episode this week, right?
They did.
Yeah.
It was
I'll have
like
to listen.
yesterday. or
You know
the day
what?
before.
We
Yeah.
should take Mac to like the food trucks in SF in Oakland.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
And
good.
let
Off
him,
the
like-
grid, recognize.
Yeah,
him.
let him taste out what's out
What's
there.
cool? What's cool
Give
at
his ratings.
Presidio's in San Francisco? They have picnic in a park, and they have like tons of fucking food trucks. I think that'll
Yep.
probably be the best spot.
Whole row.
All
Even
right.
like stands and shit.
Let's wrap this one up though, y'all. Because we can save some stuff. I obviously, Stitch is gonna come in here with some fire next week too.
Oh yeah, he
No,
gonna
he ain't.
roast your
No, you
ass,
ain't.
eh?
He gonna try.
He missed it. Fuck it. His time is gone.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't ever talking about Captain Marvel again.
That's a lie. You a damn lie.
Captain who?
Yeah, Homestead.
Shazam?
You know what? I will mention, Shazam does look good.
Because he's a man.
Oh
Why did you hate women?
yeah.
Fuck. I gotta find another.
The new
you know,
trailer
that
does
movie.
look good because the first one I was like, this looks stupid. The newest one.
You saw him jumping out that building?
Yeah, it's got me hooked. I might go see
I'm
it.
on board, man. I'm
Yeah.
see that opening weekend. Old Ninja, what your fuck your name? What you got popping this week?
I'm gonna say this.
Well, say it.
For those of you,
Say it with chest.
yeah, for those of you who were listening to our cast tonight, and for those of you who knew that Prodigy was an epic troll
Prodigy
about Captain Marvel, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna tweet out the link to this podcast, right? What I want you to do, I want you to retweet our link to this podcast with the comment hashtag Stitch was right.
Fucking shit, no! How?
Whoever who you have a week. You
He
haven't
ain't even here,
Shut
goddammit.
up. Shut up. I'm not done.
He was right though.
Stitch was right. Hashtag Stitch was right. So retweet our tweet with the hashtag Stitch is right. You'll see the SoundCloud link. I'm going to pick someone, and you will receive a brand new copy of the Division 2.
Whoa!
Wow.
I'm going to put that out there right now.
I will go halves on the game for you.
Division 2.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it out because I know a lot of you are PlayStation fans, so I'm gonna make it for PlayStation 4. You will have your
Actually, no. It'll be whoever wins. It'll be their choice.
be their choice.
Yeah. Well, we could easily do that.
That's fine. So you have a week. You have until next Wednesday. I will announce on the air who wins. So retweet the tweet of this, the tweet of our SoundCloud post. You'll see it probably later on tonight in like an hour and a half. With the hashtag Sticks is right, we'll pick a winner. We'll announce next week.
Can I participate?
No, you're
Damn
on the
it.
cast.
Shit, I want a fucking free
So
game.
let me give a slight caveat. Even though I just said for any system, it's fine. But if you would like to play with us, I think we're all going to have it on PS4.
Nope.
No, you're not going to have?
I know. I have it on the box.
Okay, well then fuck it. Then it's for any system.
Any system. There you go.
I was gonna say if we all had it on the PS4, you could play with us and we'll twitch it out. But
yeah,
obviously, Old Ninja fucked that up. So yeah, so yeah,
it's not like
majority has to be on a PS4.
You don't like nobody. You don't even play with nobody.
I do occasionally. I do. I'm curious. Listen, for something like this, I would definitely hop on and play with somebody else that I didn't know.
So remember, retweet with comment with the hashtag Stitchers Right, and you will get your very own free copy of the Division 2.
Fuck, y'all giving.
There you go.
Do you want to know why I don't play with the other people? It's because if I'm drinking and I'm half drunk, I'm still better than most people.
So, I mean, it's cooperative play. It's cooperative play until you do PvP. So, there you go.
Isn't that like a porno thing? PV? Sorry, I'm
That's
thinking
DV. That's DV.
DVDA.
No, I'm thinking of POV.
Double vaginal
Oh, that's
Oh
too.
my
Porn of
God.
view porn.
Blue, what you got popping this week?
Shit, what I got popping off this week? So actually, I'm still debating about this. So my work, I guess they're having a special thing with Nvidia, like the company. They're having like a thing next week, and I might go to it. And if we've gone to events that were hosted by Nvidia, and Nvidia gets fucking down with their fucking after parties.
That they do.
They
remember
they
the VR
fucking do. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So I might attend that next Monday.
Drunk Blue gonna show up?
I gotta represent the company, so man, yeah, probably so. They gonna learn. But yeah, hopefully I can watch Captain Marvel this week and see, what the hype is about. How far she pet her fist in Prodigy's ass.
God.
I'm gonna be babysitting little tiny Riley this weekend, I believe.
Yeah, on Sunday.
This weekend, yeah.
We're gonna go watch Aziz Ansari.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm also helping my younger brother move this weekend. I think he's moving into his new house this weekend, either this weekend or next weekend. But definitely gonna be helping out with that. The Sweetness is gonna go see Mr. JT in concert this weekend.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, she's going to. I think it's in Oakland. It's a Farmer Brown tour or something like. What is the Mandlewood tour?
Woods.
Yeah,
You should have went. It's actually a pretty good concert.
yeah. She's going, but she's going with her friends. So she's going to Phenomena
Okay.
and I'm gonna call her Shinju. That's a running joke.
I think it's funny how we call him So, me and Phenomena, we do jiu-jitsu at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'll see her and I'll be like, but nobody else will understand the joke.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because nobody else knows the joke.
That's an
Yeah.
inside joke.
Yeah, so they'll call her by her name.
I still call her Holly.
You know, she actually instructs at she instructs jiu-jitsu to kids.
Oh, she does? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I still call her Holly.
I see it. That's right. That's the other name for her.
Funny to this day.
But after that, because I'm going to drop him off and pick him up, and then after that, we're going to hit up Mad Oaks up in Oakland, which is like a really cool fucking spot. But yeah, other than that, hopefully I can get some more gaming in. I'm still playing Ace Combat 7. I'm going to pick up the Division Friday when it comes out. If not Friday, probably next week.
You can get it tomorrow. Did you pre-order or no?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You can get it right now. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, but I want to spend $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another thing is that the Sweetest and we're going to fucking Disney World for my goddamn birthday. So
Damn,
I'm turning
Florida
40 next
Disney
month.
World?
Yeah, Florida Disney World.
Dude,
so
you gonna be
it's a lot
there.
of
You
fun.
gonna get lost.
I got a GPS on my phone.
Just go to Epcot.
Oh man.
Because you know what's weird about Disney World? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney World you can't drink there.
No idea.
Oh, at the Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they changed that to you can drink beer now.
Just go to fucking Epcot. I mean, enjoy Disney World as well, but the Epcot Center is where you'll have fun as an adult.
Yeah, I know. I heard like there's more food options and like festivals and like definitely drinking and stuff like that.
And I fucked up the first time I went to Disney World. I went to Epcot because I went there because it was for a week, and I got the park hopper pass, and I was like, this is bullshit, and I left. And I didn't go to the places where you can actually drink. And then I went back, and I was like, cause I was Googling. I was like, bro, I'm sober as fuck. I was like, we're going to fucking drink. And it was like Epcot Center. And I was like, I was just there. I couldn't drink. And then it was like, oh, you have to go around like the world thing. You basically drink alcohols from other nations.
Well, what's cool is the hotel we're staying at. It's really close. So they have like a downtown Disney, but it's called Disney Springs now. And there's a lot of fucking places there to drink. Good shit. A lot of them. And I guess there's a new, I mean, it's not up my alley, but there's an NBA experience thing too that they just built, which is like a NBA fucking like yard house type thing. So it's a restaurant / sports bar.
You are gonna be lost there.
I'm gonna be lost as fuck, but if they have alcohol, I will be there.
Yes, you will. All right, Kronos, what you got?
Not much. You know, I'm just doing jiu-jitsu tomorrow and working on the shed soon again. We both me and Prodigy, we put in some, and my father-in-law Rick, we put in some insulation into the shed. So I needed to test it first, so that's why I didn't put it all in yet, because I needed to make sure that the kind that I bought actually fit, and it does fit nicely. It was super fucking easy to put in. We had to cut up some pieces. And then after that, we'll put in some drywall and then the floor and some other shit, and we should be done soon. And once we're done soon, because listen, oh my god, we get so many fucking requests now for reactions. We haven't done reacts in a while.
Yeah.
But I've been like I've been putting it off because we're in a fucking garage.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to put out a react in the garage with my fucking laundry in the background and a stack full of comics.
That makes sense.
But then there's a new Anita video out, and there's been like
there's like
literally
5 of them that we haven't reacted to yet.
There's been so many fucking requests for this fucking video.
You know what we could do? We could do an actual react hour of just back to back to back to back.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I was like, when we get the actual shed done, we need the Infinity Base done. We need to do a whole shitload of reacts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's people screaming at us tonight in the Infinity Vault about reacts.
Yeah, even if you like do it in the living room, like in your living room, just sit on the couch watching reacts, I think that'd be kind of cool. Because we're like comfortable, like chilling, hanging out.
I can also just green screen the background.
Oh, yeah. That.
I was actually thinking about getting that for the Infinity Base anyway, with like getting a green screen.
Totally
we could have fun with that shit. Yeah. We could do all kind of fucking backgrounds.
Yeah, and they're actually not that expensive. So
all right, let's fucking go.
That's all I got.
All right, you know me. I'm putting ointment on my asshole. The cosmic fucking deep throating and throbbing from Carol has left me sore and raw. Y'all didn't have to do me like this.
You did it to yourself.
I ain't shit right in a week. Green fucking nut just dribbling every time I smile. Green nut just dribbling out.
I guess shout out to Quan. His birthday's this weekend.
Shout out to him. Fuck all y'all on those damn comic book guys trolling me. Fuck Super Suit Show for trolling me.
Yes.
Fuck Daniel and Gian for trolling me.
Yes.
Everybody. Culture Junkies was trolling. Fuck them all.
People were super hating.
Yeah, they were, but so was he for 2 years.
I might have said a few words.
I mean, let's be honest though. Everybody that hated, there's no way that you listen. Captain Marvel was not a huge Marvel fucking draw. She still is not for the comic books. So for everybody that's out there is like, oh my god, I'm not surprised. Yes, you fucking are. Get the fuck out of here. Captain Marvel was not a draw to Marvel at all. I'm glad that she
made
did
money.
The best that she did. But everybody's out there was like, I knew she was gonna make that. Fuck you. You fucking didn't.
Yeah. Nobody
really
did.
Nobody
did.
Well, I don't
Nobody
know.
did.
I mean,
nobody figured that much.
There has to be my, like, if I'm Mr. Glass, then there has to be my fucking Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna run out of time on that.
She's your new queen. Check us out at BTI on the web, everywhere.
Google us. You'll find us.
Retweet. Hashtag Sixers right.
Why did you mad though?
Yeah. Higher, further, faster. In that ass.
Good name.